Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode of Guapish Rule 34. And today we got some special little quizicals ready for my contestants here. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and introduce today's contestants. First off, we got here Tanner. Say hello, Tanner.
Hello, Tanner. Much like Israeli art students visiting the Twin Towers on September 10th, 2001, I've got some questions.
And maybe those questions will get answered in this quiz. Who knows? Only time will tell. Our next contestant here is none other than the legendary quizmaster himself, Nico!
Hey there, everybody. I'm actually Nico's Uncle Stu. I'm subbing out for him today. The guy don't know much about rock, so as somebody who's worked with a good rock or two in my day, I think I'll be able to come out on top here.
Yes, and what a shining representation you will be of your little nephew, Nico. Next, we've got our shining champion, ultimate quiz master star, Jackson.
Have I won a quiz before? Anyways, I'm trying to go for a more ignorant person on the podcast right now, where I'm trying to prove myself here with this quiz. I'm going to cement myself. Hoping to get there.
Alright, and last but certainly not least, we got a special guest contestant here. May I introduce to all of you, Kyler!
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Alright, clearly everybody here is jazzed and ready for today's quiz, and if it wasn't already made obvious, today's quiz is going to be on geology, everybody's favorite topic. Are you guys excited for this?
This is going to be by far our lowest scoring quiz.
You'd be
and
surprised.
It won't even be close. I won't.
I tried to dumb it down a little bit. It should be relatively easy for you guys, I hope. If you don't score well, that's less on me and more on you, because I actually did make these questions rather easy.
I agree it'll be on us. I'm saying I personally have next to zero geology knowledge, and I consider myself fairly intelligent. So
Oh, I mean,
It's going to be like Anime Quiz Part 2, where nobody has any fucking idea what's going on, except for Nico for some reason.
You're seriously overestimating this quiz. I really think it's a lot easier than you're letting on.
What color is obsidian?
I mean, that should be easy, if anything. I think everybody here should be able to answer that. If you've played
Black
Minecraft.
isn't a color.
Oh my god. We're moving on here. Alright. So, today, we're going to be doing the geology quiz. I'm going to try to make it a little more even, considering the fact we usually have connection issues or, order issues or whatever.
Fuck that, we don't need to do any of that bullshit.
What are you talking about? I haven't even explained what we're doing yet.
It's probably bad, but go on.
Anyway, we're going to do this more on a Jeopardy-style thing where I'll ask the question, you guys type in the answer, you submit at the same time, and then I'll give you guys points based on who actually got it right.
that's not how Jeopardy works. Jeopardy is a ring-in system like we've been doing.
Final Jeopardy, Tanner. Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
It's still Jeopardy nonetheless. Anyway, so I'm going to ask the question, you guys will type in the little box, and you guys will all just submit your answers at the same time. And I'm really hoping that these fucking images aren't too big to submit, but we'll see.
Are there still 50 questions?
There are still 50 questions.
Welcome everyone to our longest episode yet.
This will not be the longest episode. Alright. Section 1, we're starting off with something basic and simple. We're starting off with rocks. I need you guys to name what kinds of rocks and or minerals these are. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to throw that old thing out the window. We're just going to say whoever can name it first. You're right. It's going to take forever. I have to wait for everybody. Let's see if I can just drag and drop this shit in here. Whatever.
I'm glad
So as soon as we see it on our screen, can we buzz in?
Sure can. Good luck
Okay.
naming it. Oh shit, is it going to name it though? Oh, I hope it doesn't keep the name. That's going to be a real big bummer if so.
I mean, is the name typed out in the picture?
No. It's just the name of the file.
So the file name?
The file name is there.
We'll just have to honor system not look at that shit.
Okay, 3, 2,
That sounds like a
1. Oh, thank God.
Where am I looking for this?
Nico.
That's some fucking bullshit. It's like, I was about to say turquoise, but I know that's not the fucking name of
That's a
it.
color. That's a color, my guy. Tanner.
Wait, was that Nico's guess?
No, it wasn't my guess.
Do you want to give it another go, Nico? Do you have a more legit answer?
What do you mean another go? That he didn't have a first go.
I thought he was going to give me some bullshit answer. Go for it, Nico.
That's fucking rock right there.
Tanner.
I believe that is an opal.
Incorrect. Kyler.
Fuck.
Pyrite, final answer.
Incorrect. Jackson, the only time this sticker has served you.
This is clearly obsidian.
Incorrect. I would say lightning round, but I don't expect you guys to find it. This is what's known as Labradorite.
No. Yeah.
This
Oh, that was a-
motherfucker, he's like, nah, I really dumped. What the fuck
First-
is Labradorite?
This is
Yeah,
Labradorite.
where do you find this?
It's a very...
What are you talking about?
This is
First question.
Oh. I could make every single question easy, alright?
Can I find
Question
this
number
rock on the
one.
side of the road?
Anyway, moving on to the next rock here. This next one's a mineral. I'll give you that much. I don't think that'll help you at all, but here we go.
What is that? What's the difference between a mineral and
Don't-
everything else that's going to be in
That's
this
on the
quiz?
second
Don't worry.
You can eat
We'll worry about
minerals.
that later. Go. Tanner.
I believe that's a close-up of salt.
Incorrect. Kyler.
Fuck.
That's clearly quartz.
Kyler's got our first point here, ladies and gentlemen.
Tanner, how can you be so stupid to not know what quartz looks like? Oh my god. That's
I'm a
actually
true
disappointing.
fool.
I'm gonna pull up a little thing here to keep track of your guys'
Sorry.
points. Where? What? Oh, it's under S. Where am I?
Tanner, I guarantee you've seen quartz at some girl's house.
Yeah, quartz is the most commonly occurring fucking mineral ever. So,
Wow.
That's an L.
shit, I gotta.
But, like, you can't eat it, though.
Why would you
You
need
can't
to
get
eat
melted
it?
Why not?
down.
Why would you need to do either of those things?
Well, minerals are things you eat.
Anyway,
Dude, I just
we're
gaslit Tanner so
we're moving on. All right, next up we got this one. I almost said the name of the... Here we go. Tanner, I guess.
Okay, that one's obsidian.
Correct.
This is bullshit,
Yes.
rigs.
Also, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to put all these pictures up.
I'll send you
Yeah.
the files. It's fine.
Fuck.
It's easy, man.
So much more work than most of our podcasts.
Your sick podcast of 45
It's also been a
slideshow
bit since we've
pictures
done
of
since
rock.
we've done a quiz. All right, about to post the next picture here. Ready?
Yes.
Nico.
Fuck if I know. That's fucking lavender rock or some bullshit.
Unfortunately not. Tanner.
Is that a sapphire?
Unfortunately not. Sapphires are blue.
I think they can be different colors.
Yeah, but they're usually blue. Kyler.
Okay.
Ruby. I don't know.
Unfortunately not. Jackson.
Clearly that's granite.
Also incorrect. You know, just for the fact, somehow you and Tanner and Kyler, you guys got like basically a third of this question because this is corundum, which is made of sapphire and ruby and like some other bullshit. So if you guys want to go,
corundum.
so if you guys,
Dude, how
course,
did
yeah.
I not know it was fucking corundum?
if you guys want to go halvesies on that, I'll give you each a half a point.
No, that's stupid.
Nah.
Move on to the next one.
All
Wait,
right.
isn't Corunda, is that a Terraria piece?
No.
Yeah, then,
Well,
Okay.
yes, it is in Terraria, but corundum is actually a thing
Also,
that exists.
yeah.
Someone remind me after this quiz to ask Dylan the breakfast question.
Will do.
All right, putting the next one down. This one's a rock, boys. It's not a mineral. It's a rock. Here we go. Nico.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's a rock.
Oh god,
what kind of rock
I'm
is
number
it?
one.
It's not salt. Salt is not a rock.
Damn.
Kyler. I will say Nico got half the word
Calcium.
right. It's not calcium. Tanner.
He got half, so it's got the word rock in it.
No, Nico said salt.
Oh, what the fuck? Salt rock?
Oh,
No.
I know what it is.
Why you guys keep guessing salt?
It's me, baby. It's me.
Salt
I
is a
got
mineral. Jackson.
this. Is it basalt?
That is correct. It is basalt. The most commonly occurring volcanic rock. We even use it in our.
I've never even heard
You
of
know,
it.
I don't
we-
like this buzz against system.
We use it in we use it in our streets. It's one of the main ingredients in what we pave our roads in. Anyway,
we're not even allowed to look at the picture before we buzz in. It's just as soon as it loads, I
well,
type in.
that's really on other people though too. If they can fucking get it by buzzing in prematurely, then good for them. I don't know. All right,
Get better internet, bozo.
Oh,
Tanner.
oh, that's that's jade.
That is correct.
Okay, wait. I guess I don't know what jade is made out of. Jade is some kind of a thing.
Jade is jade. What do
I
you?
didn't look into the specifics, man. It's a rock.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of assumed jade was like just clay painted green or some shit.
Nah.
Did they make like
That's
entire
crazy.
dragons out of it?
Well, that's just a lot, extra
A lot
clay
of
and
paint.
paint.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Nico,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's sandstone, isn't it?
that is correct.
It's crazy.
Damn,
There we go. Everybody's got a point on the board now.
that's good.
See, I told you.
Everyone has one single point.
Well, that's not true, but anyway. All right, next rock. Here we go. I'm surprised that none of these are too big to be posted. That is the wrong. It's fine. It's the.
Well, they're rocks.
It's,
They're not
it's the
very
same
big.
rock. It's just not what I have in my thing. Anyway, Nico.
The same rock. Are you saying that's sandstone again?
No, it's just don't worry about that part. Just answer the question. What kind of rock is
I
that?
don't know. Fucking slate.
What the fuck? That is correct.
Huh?
That's correct.
God damn.
That's a river rock, my dude. It's a sedimentary river rock. There we
No,
go.
it's not. That's
Okay.
an igneous rock.
Anyway, next one here. Here we go. See, we're rolling right along. You guys are getting these pretty easy. See?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here we
We're
go.
just
Next
guessing,
one.
though.
All right, this one. Yeah, anyway, Nico.
A diamond.
Fuck.
That's not fair. That's not fair. This photo doesn't even load. He just sends it in.
Unfortunately, I cannot control that portion. I can only control what I send, unfortunately. All right, last one here is going to be the last picture question. This one is obvious to people who know what it is. It's probably still guessable, though, regardless. All right, here we go.
If you know what it is, you know what it is.
Tanner.
Fuck. That's pumice.
I should not give you the point for pronouncing it wrong, but I'll give it to you.
It's pumice,
Nah,
Tanner.
I'm
Pumice.
pronouncing it
You're
right.
wrong
It's
because
pumice.
it's pumice.
It is
Get
pumice.
the fuck
my
out
bro.
of here,
I
Tanner.
thought pumice was that shit
Whatever.
you spread on crackers.
No, that's
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Anyway,
No, that's a big car.
anyway, all right, moving on to our first pity question.
Whoa.
Ooh.
yay.
And this is actually a tie. It's a two-way tie.
That's
I thought you were gonna
crazy.
say three-way tie.
It's not a three-way tie. All right, so I will leave this between Jackson and Kyler. I don't know if I want to make this a
Oh.
buzzing system or maybe just, I don't know. We'll figure this out.
I mean, if it's just two of us, we could just type the answer to you.
Yeah, we'll do that. You guys will go ahead and type the answers in the general chat here, and I will give you points based on correct answer. All right, so your guys' pity question is, what are the different kinds of rocks?
It's over.
How much time do they have?
I'll give you guys 30 seconds.
Okay.
Well, I didn't expect you to submit it.
You said in general chat, did you
Jackson,
not?
you got
Yeah.
this.
I
got
think
one
you
of
meant
them.
to type out.
The idea was to judge you based on your guys' answers, and if you type it prematurely before I'm ready to give you guys your time up, then Jackson will very easily just yoink that from you too.
It's
And
okay.
I
I
already
wasn't
did.
ready yet. Anyways.
It's a little. All right, got 15 seconds, guys. You guys got this.
This is the longest 30 seconds anyone has ever seen.
How many different types are there?
3.
Oh, there's
okay.
3. I'm missing one. What the fuck is it?
And time. Enter what you got. I'm gonna have
That's
to.
easy. That's easy.
I'm gonna have to give this to. I'll give so.
Just give points to
Yeah,
both of them if they
Kyler,
got the answer
you
right.
get 1 point for igneous. Jackson, you get 2 points for igneous and sedimentary. The one
How
rock.
is Pop Rocks not right? How's Pop Rocks not right?
Anyway, for time purposes, I'm ignoring that question. The last rock you guys were missing were metamorphic.
What the fuck
Of
are those?
course.
Metamorphic is when it's created between fucking pressure and heat.
That's
Oh, like a
bullshit.
diamond.
Like obsidian?
No. Anyway, moving on to part 2. This
Part 2.
part 2, natural disasters.
Okay.
All right, so these are
What
going to be
does that
very
to do with rocks?
I assume the only natural disaster we will be speaking about is earthquakes.
You guys
what
are
about
sorely
rock slide or
mistaken.
mudslide?
I fear for the rest of this quiz based on your guys' approach to geology. Anyway,
What is there like a rock tornado or
I
some
don't have-
bullshit?
so shut the fuck
I
up and
have
let me
no
ask the
questions.
questions. These are going to be general questions. I don't expect you guys to get them exactly. If you can give me details, I will give you bonus points. The first question, because fuck you, Tanner. What generally causes an earthquake? Fucking Nico, I guess.
It's
What?
It's the fucking friction of the tectonic plates shifting around.
Uh,
Plate tectonics.
I thought it was when, like, the sun and clouds were jumping up and down on the planet.
Anyway,
That sounds right.
I'll give Nico a point. I'll give anybody a bonus point if they can elaborate on that, however.
I don't.
See my previous answer.
Isn't it if a tectonic plate like goes on top of one another?
I mean,
Or is it when they rub next to each other?
that doesn't really explain more than what Nico gave, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Something about rocks.
I think volcanoes can also cause them.
Unfortunately, it is actually the other way around.
Damn.
Alright, well, moving on then. Next question. What?
Well, you're not gonna give us what your more specific answer was.
So the
What
the more specific answer is when two tectonic plates meet and one. So basically, it typically happens between a continental plate and an oceanic plate. What ends up
Okay, I
happening?
stopped caring.
Well, that's what I was saying. Next question: what generally causes a tsunami? Nico.
An earthquake.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong. Does anybody care to elaborate on that?
An underwater earthquake.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just an earthquake,
It
but it's
doesn't-
like from the other side of the planet or something.
No, that's a butterfly.
God.
Humans did something wrong and God is punishing us.
I'm pretty sure we built big boats for that.
I see now I'm not going to get anywhere with bonus points. I tried
Nope.
regardless. Alright, next question.
Where's my point, piece of shit?
I gave you a point, calm
Thank
down.
God.
Next question. What generally causes a tornado? Nico.
It's like the fucking cool air and the hot air meeting each other. It's the cold front and hot front. They collide and it creates a difference that creates a tornado.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Can anybody elaborate on that?
I thought it was
It's not
earthquakes.
specifically hot air and cold air. It's low pressure and high pressure systems that just happen to be hot and cold.
Well, I was about to say hot and cold pressure systems
Are.
also happen to be low and high pressure systems at the same time, so I don't...
Whatever. He didn't say a high and low pressure system.
Anyway.
Also, sometimes there's sharks involved.
They seem pretty scary.
I'm gonna... There we go. There we go. Hidden thing there. Alright, This one you're not gonna be able to bullshit your way through, Nico. What's the
do you
difference between a typhoon, a cyclone, and a hurricane? Oh shit, that was Tanner before I put the spacer.
See, he's not even
typh-
waiting for you to finish the question.
A cyclone happens over land. A typhoon is a tornado that happens over water. No, a typhoon is just what they... No. Yeah, I'm
He
gonna
doesn't even
stick
know.
with those two. And then a hurricane is like a big tornado, but it forms in the ocean.
You're close. The only one you got wrong was a cyclone, unfortunately.
What? Fuck.
Nico.
Cyclones are fucking sweet. I saw one take a guy like through the air one time. He got impaled on a tree afterward. His entrails were hanging everywhere like Christmas lights on that tree.
Unfortunately, that's wrong, given the fact that I just explained
That's a true story.
that cyclones do not form over land. Kyler, you're next.
They don't.
Isn't it cyclones are just like small bodies of water?
Not necessarily true. You're closer with the cyclone than Tanner
Or
and
is it-
Nico.
I think, or is it hurricanes move a lot more than cyclones?
I mean, it's not as complicated. You guys are getting very close. So far Tanner's the closest with the answer.
Well, it's
Jackson.
because everyone knows what a hurricane and what was the other? Tornado is.
A
Typhoon.
typlosion.
Typhoon.
Same thing.
Jackson, would you care to give it a stab?
I'm out of options.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to give this. I'll give this point to Tanner. The
Yay.
difference is hurricanes. They're called hurricanes when they develop. So that's basically what oceans they develop over. Hurricanes are North Atlantic, North Pacific, and Eastern North Pacific. Cyclones are when they're over the South Pacific and Indian Ocean. Typhoons are when they develop in the Northwest Pacific. It's all based on location.
Dude, how the
That's
fuck were we
stupid.
supposed to
Why
know
would-
any of that shit?
Why even? Do you know why they discern between those?
It also has to do with forming in hemispheres and also the temperature of the ocean that they form
Jesus
in.
Christ.
But does that actually change anything about the storms, or are they just the same but somewhere else?
They're the same, but somewhere else. It's like
Birds have
soda
gone
and
too
pop.
far.
Anyway,
Thank
we're moving
God.
on. We're moving on. What generally causes a hurricane? Nico.
A difference in air pressure.
I'm gonna need a little more than that. I can't keep giving these to you, man. Tanner.
What the fuck are you talking about giving you the straight answers?
I mean, yeah, isn't it when, like, you got, like, fucking warm air coming from somewhere and cold air coming from somewhere else, and it's over the ocean, and also I think it has to be high humidity, and then it swirls around real big, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and then it just kind of launches itself like a Beyblade.
That, fortunately, is kind of what I was looking at. I'm okay with general answers, Nico, but, like, when you give vague-ass answers like that, like, you didn't even say it was over the ocean. You just said two fronts meet.
I'll slash your tires.
Anyway, you can pay for him, nerd. Tanner's getting the point on that one.
It's when wind mixes a lot.
There's also like there's a current, or not a wind, there's a wind current coming off of the ocean that comes from underneath that forms the eye of the storm and creates like the huge ass thing. That's also why waves are crazy in hurricanes, because there's a shit ton of wind. But that's a given. Anyway. Oh no, I did something. Hold on. Oh.
What did he do? He deleted the entire quiz permanently somehow.
I did. It's gone forever. Alright.
He's gotta make it up off the top of his head now.
He's just searching up BuzzFeed quizzes now.
Alright. Next question. What generally...
What type of rock are you?
...causes a monsoon?
Sorry.
Tanner?
I want to say it's like you have an extended period of very dry weather causing high humidity. Typically, not... I'm not gonna say typically, I'm gonna say over a rainforest, and then you have a cold front come through that suddenly, like, it doesn't shock it, but it causes all of that moisture in the air to suddenly form into rain, and then it pours real hard real quick.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description of it. I will give that to you, Tanner. Monsoons.
What does this have to do with geology?
Geology has a lot to do. Meteorology is a branch of geology. Natural
Earth
disasters
stuff,
are also...
I don't think that's true, but...
well, that sucks for you. You're not the one that actually decided to try and major in it.
That's true enough.
You both got the same end result, didn't you?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Moving on.
I don't straightforward.
Next question. What generally causes flooding? Fucking Kyler.
I mean, what's the point of waiting? Generally causes flooding. I'd say sudden flashes of water or rain that a dry climate isn't used to.
Yeah, I'll give that to you, Kyler. Generally what happens with flooding is it's where the water table is pretty much at surface level, or like you were saying, in drier environments where it's not used to rain, where it shocks the system and the ground isn't able to absorb the water faster than the water's coming down.
I was gonna say
too much water.
That would have... I probably would have accepted that. I guess I probably shouldn't have said generally causes this thing, because that leaves it very open to interpretation.
Dude, Tanner, I was also gonna say lots of water. He wouldn't have accepted if I said it, though.
I'll definitely say
man.
lots of water as well.
Listen, man, I gotta have some sort of balancing act here. Anyway, moving on to the next question. What causes an avalanche? Kyler.
A big boom, something that shakes the earth and makes all that snow fall, like an earthquake or a gunshot or something. I don't know.
What about the snow, Kyler? Why does the snow fall?
Well, you gotta understand is that the soft snow is at the top and it hasn't been packed down fully, and so it slides off the snow that's on the bottom and is packed down because, as we all know, things that are packed down tighter let you slide easier, as you can tell because, like if you put water on sand, you can slide things on it easier because it's packed down more. Final answer?
Yeah, that is exactly correct, actually.
Yeah, get fucked, yeah.
Alright, cool. Moving on. What causes lightning? Nico.
Grease.
What?
Grease.
Do you have an actual answer for me?
No, that's his answer.
All right,
Move on.
Fine. Kyler, what causes lightning?
It has to do with positive and negative electrons. I'm pretty sure it's negatively charged on the Earth, and the positive electrons are in the clouds, and they strike down to be grounded.
There we go, guys. It's just that easy. Geology is just that easy, I'm telling you.
Yep. Just have to answer before you finish the question, and you'll be good.
He's gonna like start asking us like baking questions in the next section. And he's gonna be
questions.
like, "What? Food science is part of geology."
It's really not.
I mean, hey, you can eat calcium, so.
All right. Next question. What causes an eruption? Kyler.
Earthquakes and stuff, right?
That is one way. Can you name another way that an eruption is caused?
Another way? Angered gods could usually be it, but I'd say more accurately, the pressure in the mantle has gotta build up too much, and it just bursts out and forces its way out because it's got nowhere to go because it's so hot. It's bubbling up all those gases, you know.
All right, I'll give that one to you, Kyler. Kyler's really rising through the ranks. I think it has.
Honestly,
looking at rocks, I got nothing. But if you just science questions, I can do that.
There we go.
I was expecting him to win this quiz because he plays more Minecraft than the rest of us.
I do not play more Minecraft, dude. I'm god awful.
Than
at
the
Minecraft.
rest of us.
Tanner, I've never even gotten diamond armor in Minecraft.
Okay.
Damn, that's a true tragedy here.
So he hasn't even started saying the question.
Go ahead, Nico. Answer the question.
It was an accident.
No, it
It
wasn't.
really
Yes,
wasn't.
it was.
No, it wasn't. You're fucking bullshit.
My finger slipped.
I do think that should be the rule where you just pause and at where you are.
Nico, if you submit one more time, I'm gonna your last place, man. Your last place. All right. What causes wildfires? Tanner.
Dude, it's too dry out, like droughts, and then, something to spark it, like lightning, or it's just too hot and it suddenly ignites, or, someone leaving a cigarette butt out, or leaving their campfire not put out.
Yeah, that one's relatively easy. I was expecting almost
Lots of dry vegetation as well.
That's
I was
bullshit.
hoping-
Tanner didn't even mention the firehawks live in Australia that light fires so they can chase prey out.
Anyway, moving
That
on.
true.
Sounds fake,
That's
but
real.
I've seen them.
All right, moving on to the pity question here. Jackson.
No way.
What is the most devastating natural disaster?
Natural is only a single natural disaster is popping up into my head here.
Go for it, man.
It's not the most devastating at all. Hold on.
I like your answer, Kyler.
Do you mean like which specific natural disaster was most devastating,
what do you
or
know?
which ones?
No,
What do you mean by devastating as well? How do you quantify devastation?
what causes the most damage to structures and or loss of life?
Collateral or otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't really know how to compare a lot of them. I just know a lot of them are really big and bad.
Just give your best answer here, man. It's your pity question.
I don't know. I guess Hurricane Katrina, maybe. That was the first one that popped into my mind. I don't know if it's even bigger than some of the shit in like fucking Japan.
So you're saying hurricanes are the most devastating natural disaster?
Oh, I thought you were asking for like a specific example.
No, like the most devastating natural disaster, not specific a name. No.
Tsunamis, then, I guess. Tsunamis sound like they're a lot more devastating normally than hurricanes.
For real.
Tsunamis fuck shit up, yo.
I will give you a point. That's not the answer I was looking for, unfortunately.
Is it tidal wave?
The answer is earthquakes, because earthquakes can cause a numerous of other natural disasters, such as volcanoes and tsunamis. So
That's such a fucking nerd emoji answer.
anyway, that's kind of what this quiz is about, Tanner. So I don't know what you're going on about.
Dude, he's wearing the same glasses as it, so.
All right, next section here, we are going to be talking about the ocean, boys.
Yeah.
And the motion in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking about.
That ain't got
Alright.
shit to
Fish
do with
now, right?
rocks.
So this one I'm gonna ask the question. I need you guys to put your best guess in the general chat, and whoever's closest gets the point. All right.
Okay.
And this is in feet, so don't worry about the name. If you know the name, you get a bonus point. What is the deepest part of the ocean? I'll give you guys like 10 seconds, or I guess you can submit it now. I guess it doesn't matter. I won't acknowledge what the right answer is until fucking. All right, just go ahead and submit your answers. I like the attempt there, Jackson. Unfortunately,
I meant Mariana Trench, not
Yeah.
Mariana.
You mean Marinara Trench?
so I'm gonna So how am I gonna do points here? No, Nico, you don't get to submit it now. It's too late. Let me see here. Jackson, you're gonna get a single point for guessing Mariana's Trench. Oh, that puts you there.
He clearly edited his answer.
Well, I knew what he meant.
accident.
I knew what he meant. I knew the answer.
What?
Do I get it right for mine?
Kyler, you're getting 2 points only because you were the closest in actual distance. 60,000 feet is double the actual distance, unfortunately.
Oh.
And then Tanner, you also get a single point for guessing Mariana's Trench.
Oh,
I didn't know we were
totally knew
supposed
it
to
was
say. I didn't know we were supposed to try and guess the depth too. You just said
I
what
said
is
depth.
the deepest
I
part?
said-
Definitely, that's
I
like
said-
the first
Yeah,
thing he
Tanner,
said.
you're a
That's the
fucking
first thing I
dipshit.
said.
He said,
I said
to guess the name, you get bonus points.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
But then-
the reason I didn't put Mariana's Trench is because I didn't hear the part where we had to say the name of it. I thought we were just guessing how deep it was.
No, you didn't. I said you
guys are
didn't
all
have to.
dumbasses.
You weren't listening at all.
All I heard was what is the deepest part of the ocean.
Yeah, and I said
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
'cause
to
you heard
name it.
wrong.
I said you can. I said it's in feet, and then if you can guess the name, that is a bonus point.
Oh, you worded it very badly. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, dude,
sure.
you just didn't
It's all
hear
making
Anyway.
sense
Yeah,
now.
Connor and I
Well,
got
listen,
it very
he should
clearly.
he should have said how deep is the deepest part of the ocean,
Tanner, I don't
not
know
what
why
is
you're,
it.
Well, to
why you're
Tanner, how come
complaining.
I'm
I
right?
gave you a point, man.
Whatever.
Anyway, so the deepest part of the ocean is 36,161 feet, and the specific part of the Marianas Trench is the south side in Challenger's Deep.
South side.
Anyway, moving on. Well, Nico's GIF is probably good enough. I said that
GIF.
wrong. I'm sorry. Moving on. What causes currents? Tanner.
Oh boy, I feel like isn't it?
It's a lot more
Isn't
simple
it?
than you
Oh
think.
wait, yeah,
Don't
it's the
overthink it.
fucking moon. The gravitational pull of the moon, and also the heating and cooling as the sun goes around. It's like some interaction of those two things.
It doesn't have anything to do with the moon, unfortunately. The heating.
That can't
That's
be
waves,
true.
Tanner. That's
yeah,
waves.
that's waves.
Why wouldn't currents also be affected?
Because that's how the water moves, like directionally, not just if
yeah.
it moves.
Nico, give it your best shot here.
God designed them that way.
Kyler.
I'm pretty sure that's
Excuse
to do
me,
with-
Dylan. Are you disregarding God's work?
I'm ignoring you for the fact that this is a science quiz.
Excuse me, Dylan. Does God have no place in science? Is that what you're implying right now?
Kyler, please answer the question before I
You son of a
subtract
bitch!
points
You
from
call
Nico.
yourself a Christian.
I'm pretty sure there's like a really big, deep, cold front at the very bottom of the ocean, and everything just heats up and moves around based off of that giant one.
No, not, you guys are
Yeah, central
overthinking this,
current,
so
if you will.
Jackson,
Yeah, central
Jackson, go ahead.
Obviously, it's earthquakes. Too many earthquakes causing the currents.
Guys, this was supposed to be an easy question.
Did I not get it with my follow-up answer?
No.
Did I not
Well, who
get
knows
it?
then?
So what causes currents is legitimately just wind.
Yay.
There's no wind way down there, though.
No, the wind impacting the surface of the ocean creates currents.
That's bullshit.
You say that, but it's what happens, my dude. It's
But that
I've
is
seen
right.
Finding Nemo. How the hell is that slipstream with all the surfer turtles supposed to be wind?
Do you understand how much wind happens on the planet? There's so much fucking wind,
6?
dude. Anyway, next one's gonna.
What causes the wind then? The currents?
Wind is caused by the.
You fucker.
The wind is caused by the uneven heating of the Earth. Anyway,
I got it in a roundabout way then.
the next question is a true or false. So just go ahead and type true or false, and then I'll answer based on. I'll give you guys points based on who gets it right. True or false? We know more about the bottom of the ocean than the surface of Mars. No way. Kyler's the only one that
You
got
guys
it
are
right.
so. Dude, we know nothing about the ocean, basically.
We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the bottom of the ocean, you guys. I'm sorry.
What
There's
more
way
is there
more
to fucking
questions.
know
No, he
about
said
the
it
ocean?
backwards.
That's where I was gonna get you. You had
was
to
a
be
trick
listening
question.
to that one. We know
No,
more
you said
about.
the wrong version of it.
Yes, I know. I did that on purpose. We know more.
No, I mean the wrong version from what you intended to say.
No,
What?
I did that.
are
I
you
worded that the
talking
way
about?
I wanted it. We know more about the bottom of the ocean than the surface of Mars, which is false.
Counter argument, that's assuming there is anything to know about the bottom of the ocean.
There's a shit. Why would we not want to know everything about?
There might be nothing down there, Dylan, and if there's nothing down there, then we're right.
Then I guess.
Tanner,
so.
there's
But
nothing
it's-
on Mars either.
Exactly.
Listen, all I'm saying is we should know more about our own planet than about another planet. That's all that statement is
For
actually
real.
supposed to mean. Anyway,
How do we know? Are you just fucking
we don't have
How do,
Like,
how do you
much we can't
get
quantify
that
what you
deep.
don't know?
like
We
the
don't
surface
have-
area?
we don't have the technology and all
To
that
go
shit
deep
to
enough.
actually explore effectively the bottom of the ocean. We don't actually even really have the means to explore the Marianas Trench. We just know that it's really fucking deep.
It's
Nah,
deep and
Kirk
dark,
Cameron
bro.
has been down there.
You're thinking of James Cameron.
Anyway, next question. What causes waves? Nico.
Fuck, we got this one already.
Wind.
Yeah. That's part of it. Do you care to explain a little bit more?
God.
I want to give you this point, Nico, but you're making it
Nico,
hard.
that's
Tanner,
we've
Tanner,
answered
give me,
it already.
Tanner, give me your answer.
It's I mean, he's right that it's wind, but it's also the moon.
Yep.
The moon and the gravitational pull sets thereof.
Yep, moon and the sun. There you
Fucking
go.
bullshit hippies speak right there. The Native Americans got you thinking that because they want to contribute to science. But what the fuck does the moon have to do with any of that bullshit?
Jackson, I
Those
kind
moonlight
of
anyways. It's all
real.
just a big old screen up there, anyways.
Jackson, I want you to win at this point just because Nico's he's throwing on purpose. You need to win at this point, man. Come
Dude,
on.
I'm trying my darndest, man. This sticker just takes a little bit too long to post.
I really wish you'd stop using it. All right,
I also don't know fucking any of these.
we got another true. Well, here's an easy one for you, Jackson. Here we got another true or false. Here you got a 50-50. The ocean houses the largest animal on the planet.
Like currently alive animal?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, that is a point for every single one of you. Can any of you name which animal it is?
It's the blue whale.
There we go. Bonus point.
Well,
bonus
Dylan,
point
what
for
if
Tanner.
it lives deep down
Crazy.
in the
I'm
ocean
pretty-
where we can't see it?
Why did Nico do
I
that?
don't know. I think he's upset.
He couldn't take
Is
it
he
anymore.
doing a bit?
He might be
He
doing
was.
a
Doing a
bit.
bit.
Leviathan. That's a
That's
fun
the correct
answer.
answer.
There he
What about
is.
giant squids? Are
What
giant
happened,
squids
Nico?
bigger than whales?
Dylan, I do have a question.
What's up?
Does Jormungandr count as a land or sea animal?
I mean, he's a world serpent, so that's kind of hard to answer. I would imagine
He's
he's
probably
a.
a planet.
I would
animal.
imagine he's a land creature because
Well, then this question is wrong.
Jormungandr's also folklore, so I don't know if I can accept that answer.
Nah, I hear him.
That sounds like a mental problem you need to go see a psychiatrist for or some shit, or a therapist. I don't know, whatever you are. Next question. This one's an absolute layup. Jackson, if you actually don't use the little sticker, you can get this one. You have a chance.
What?
Next question. How many oceans are there? Nico.
Like 6.
Incorrect. Tanner.
There's 7.
Incorrect. Kyler.
What?
There's 4. There's 7 C's, Tanner.
Incorrect. Jackson.
5?
Jackson got it. Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
I don't know any of them. I can't name one ocean. None.
I can name them.
No, you can't.
Then how
I-
come you have 7, huh?
Because he's
Yeah,
a
we're
fucking
there
pirate at
too.
heart. He's a pirate at heart.
I can name 2 extra ones.
The Caribbean
Anyway,
Ocean.
I guess I probably should have put in what are the names of the oceans as bonus points, but I figured naming them would be way too easy, so I didn't. Moving on to the next question.
There's a
here.
couple tricky ones in there,
I mean, I guess.
like the Native American Ocean. It's a very
get it.
funny joke.
No, I
Fucking
get it. No, it's just not funny, but I get
I
it.
was concerned for. Next question. How many continents does the Pacific Ocean touch? Nico.
Continents, the Pacific Ocean, you say?
Just please answer the question.
3.
Incorrect. Kyler.
It's 4.
Also incorrect. Tanner.
It doesn't it touch all 7 of them?
It doesn't.
Fuck.
Jackson, here's your chance, man.
5?
Nope.
I got it. I know.
Six.
No
It's
fucking
6, 'cause
way. It's 5.
Antarctica and the North Pole.
It's 5.
It's 5.
It is
That's
five?
what
He
Jackson
got it right
said.
again.
Five.
He guessed the same thing. Jackson, for the bonus point, can you name which continents it touches?
Oh gosh, man. Clearly this touches America, the Americas, North America,
Okay.
South America,
Okay.
touches Europe.
Okay.
I don't like the suspenseful pause there before you saying okay again.
You keep going.
Touches Asia.
Okay.
He's just naming all of them now.
He only has 5 slots to fill here,
No,
though.
what the fuck is the last one it touches? I don't fucking know.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you biffed it with fucking Europe. Europe touches the Atlantic Ocean. It does not touch the Pacific Ocean.
That's what
Hold
I
on a
figured.
second.
What's up?
It should be Antarctica, right?
Why doesn't Russia count as Europe?
I mean, it's also Asia though, so I don't know about the specifics there, man.
And what is
The 5 continents.
what is to the right of Africa then? Like, what ocean is that?
That is to the right. That's Pacific. No. Yeah.
That's the Indian
It
Ocean.
touches all 7.
No, it doesn't. Hold on. I looked up a map for this shit. Now
It's
you're
the
confusing
Indian
me.
Ocean to the right
The
of
5
Africa.
continents.
It's-
I looked it up. The answer to the question is it touches North America, South America, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Those are the 5 continents it touches.
I think that's only if we suddenly say that Russia isn't Europe.
I think the Indian Ocean is what is to the east of Africa.
Well,
if I remember
Russia's
correctly.
split
Yeah.
up between Europe and fucking, Asia.
Well, that doesn't matter because the Pacific Ocean still touches Russia, which is in Asia, and the Atlantic Ocean touches Russia, which is not part of the question. So I'm confused about what the confusion is.
I said we move
Next
on and
question.
give me the point
Yeah.
anyways.
Next question.
You don't get the bonus point, but you get the regular point.
That's
anyway,
fine.
what % of the Earth is ocean? Kyler?
70%. No, that's fuck.
I
Is
guess
that
I probably
humans?
I should have made this like a everybody can answer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. The ocean is 70. The Earth is 72% ocean.
Just like people are.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Weird shit.
The Earth is one big people.
Yeah, we're
True.
one
Oh my
big people.
God.
All right, so this
And
next
we're
one's gonna
killing
be this next one's gonna be a fucking group answer because I totally biffed the last one. This one I only need an approximate number. I don't need an exact one. How
Oh,
many
God.
species exist in the ocean?
What the fuck?
Just go ahead and post your answer as soon as you got it, and I'll.
Dude, what? What are you talking? Species?
Yeah, how many species exist in the ocean? I'm also only rewarding for closest answer. I'm not gonna do the holy shit. Dude, what fucking number
How
is
many?
that?
Hold on. How many species
100
are there
billion.
on Earth?
Like billions, dude.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're
that
mostly
answer. Just
beetles.
give it your. I'm gonna. There we go. 500,000. Nico gets it with 350,000. There are 228,450 species in the ocean.
Hold on.
that's
That we
bullshit.
know of.
That doesn't make any sense.
I
Why
thought it was
not?
closer to 100 million.
Nope.
Hold
it's-
on. I need to look up how many different species of animal are there on Earth.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're also
they're
gonna
mostly
think of like where
bugs,
they
dude.
branch off. I don't think you really have time for this, Tanner. We're already taking forever to get through this quiz.
There's probably like 100
It'll
different
be a
million
quick,
variants of krill.
straightforward,
All right, go for it, man.
thing on Earth. Let's see what we got here. No one really knows. Shut the fuck up.
There we go.
Yeah,
Next
we haven't
question.
explored the entire
Wait,
ocean.
Oh my god.
Why is there not just a straightforward answer? God damn it!
Tanner,
No
we
one
already
really
told you
knows.
we haven't discovered the entire ocean. We know more about Mars than the ocean.
I think. Fuck you. Okay.
The ocean is a wonderful, scary place, man.
I hate the
tasty.
ocean.
Anyway, moving on. Next question. What mass is forming in the ocean between America and Japan? Nico.
What mass?
Yes, what mass?
Atlantis.
Nope. Do you have an actual answer, or can I move on to Tanner?
No, that counts as his answer. Stop giving
Listen,
him
I
cop-outs.
tried skipping
Come on.
over him before, and you're like, no, that wasn't a real answer. Give him a chance. So I was trying to. Tanner, go ahead.
You can tell in his tone of voice when it's a joke answer and when it's him buying time. I
Anyway.
don't know. It's fucking the Great Garbage Patch, right?
Yeah, it is.
Charlie Brown and the Great Garbage Patch.
Well, it's not. Well, not Charlie Brown. It's just fucking Garbage Island.
yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
just,
you know,
just like England, am I right?
Hell yeah.
right? Hey, is it bigger than England yet?
I don't
think
know.
so.
It's pretty fucking big at this point, dude. I don't,
Can we see it on Google Maps?
possibly.
Yes.
Maybe that's a post-quap thing. All right, pity question. Oh shit, this is a two-way tie again. How the fuck did that happen?
That's crazy.
All right, so this is gonna be a type your answer into the chat and submit it at the same time kind of thing again. And I will give you guys a timer of 15 seconds because Tanner says 30 seconds is too long. Pity question for Nico and Jackson.
Holy shit.
What's
Holy
the
smokes.
biggest ocean? 15 seconds starting now.
Biggest ocean.
Biggest
Seems
ocean.
easy.
It is easy. I would be shocked if you did not get this right.
I don't know this.
Why would you? Why, Nico? Why are you always posting before I say to submit it? Nico gets it right.
Yes, sir.
That's tragic.
That's just how confident I am.
I mean, the thing there is that if you post the answer before I actually say post it, I will allow the other person to steal the answer.
I mean, yeah, of course, but you
Let's
didn't
go.
do it.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
It's because Jackson submitted the answer right after you, so there was no purpose.
Anyways, Jackson's
that-
stupid. Let's move on.
I'm not stupid, I'm ignorant, Tanner, you retard.
I mean, everybody knows that the biggest ocean is the Pacific Ocean, considering it touches
I don't.
It touches 5 continents, Jackson!
I don't know how many the Atlantic touches. I don't know shit about the Atlantic or the Pacific.
Jackson, if I... Okay, anyway.
How much of the ocean is piss?
I'm sorry, man. The fucking Pacific Ocean being the biggest ocean is not relevant to my day-to-day life.
I feel like
Dude,
it's
how is it
something
not?
you would have learned in your earth science class in middle school.
In one ear and out the other, brother. I don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
The next section is meteorology.
I thought we already did one.
Dude,
of
I
that.
love meatballs.
We did natural disasters before. This is less. This
more
is
about
less.
clouds.
This is less insane. Question.
Approximately 80% of this quiz is not geology.
This is all geology, Tanner. What are you not understanding about this?
The
Anyway.
geology part.
Question 31. How are winds formed? Tanner.
That's the sun going around the earth and heating things, and then things cool off other places, and then the air molecules are hot and cold, and they're rushing around.
I'll give it to you.
Yay.
Yeah, I actually gave the answer earlier in the quiz without remembering this was a question. Winds are formed by the uneven heating of the Earth's surface. Hot air goes to
Wow.
cold air goes to fill where hot air rose from because it's got to fill in the space.
Dude,
Next,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't buy that for a second, okay?
that's cool. I didn't ask your opinion. Next
Fuck
question:
you, Dylan.
what
It's
are
fucking
trade
this
winds?
guy. He blows all the wind everywhere.
What are trade winds, Kyler?
That's where those are the winds that are real high, like up in the sky. Like
Unfortunately,
the tallest winds.
unfortunately, that is a jet stream, so that is incorrect. Tanner.
Aren't they winds that are like really predictable, like they're always kind of there, and so we use them to navigate a lot?
Yeah, would you happen to know the names of them, or is that out of your scope of knowledge?
Is there just like a very limited number of them?
Yeah, there's only 2.
The north trade winds and the south trade winds.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you because you got the answer right for the question. Where they're known as the easterlies and the westerlies.
Fuck!
Yeah, the other
I
direction.
chose the wrong ones.
It's
yeah.
okay, that wasn't even a bonus. I was just seeing if you knew. Yeah, they are very predictable winds. They always blow in one direction.
Same.
Next question. What effects do mountains have on weather? Kyler.
They can often keep cold air from rising above them, which often makes rain easier to fall in certain areas that are trapped in between mountain areas.
Man, Kyler's just giving me the exact answers I want here. This is crazy. I was not expecting this from this quiz.
Hey, listen, I lived in Oregon where it rained a lot, and it's because of mountains.
It
Everyone
really
knows that.
is. That's why it rains so much here, because it fucking squeezes all the moisture out of the clouds. Whatever makes it over the mountains just has the moisture squeezed out of it.
Yeah.
But what about over the rainbow?
Way up high? Weather doesn't happen way up high, Tanner. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm the one that's high.
There we go. Next question here. Let me make the breaker here, because I keep forgetting to do that shit. How was hail created? Nico.
The ice drops get cold.
The ice drops get cold?
The ice drops get cold. Instead of ice, it's a hail.
Unfortunately, ice drops are not the answer. Kyler?
Its raindrops go up and down in a cloud a couple times and just freeze into hail, and then they fall off when they're heavy enough to actually fall out of the cloud.
That is correct.
No!
That is
Yes.
correct.
No, it's not!
Yes, it
That's
is.
literally correct.
No,
yeah.
there needs... He's missing a big component of it.
What
There's dust particles in the air that the water is able to freeze around. It can't just freeze in and of itself.
I mean, that's how clouds are formed, is from the dust particles. They actually do...
The hail...
They do freeze
The
on their
hail
own.
also needs the dust particles to form around.
But
Tanner,
it's already
have you had
assumed...
an ice cube before?
It's not cold enough up there for the ice cubes.
It is. Anyway.
It for sure is.
Next question.
I let him answer. Yeah.
What can happen if the temperature in a given area changes too quickly? Tanner?
Doesn't it, like, cause a sudden lightning strike?
Lightning strike is correct. It's more so just a lightning storm in general. Like, it just creates a lightning storm in general. So, I'll give it to
Crazy.
you. Yeah.
Did you know lightning goes from the ground up to the sky? My dad told me that.
Yeah, that happens more often than it goes from the sky to the ground, oddly enough.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought that was bullshit. My dad was lying to me.
No, because
that's for
when
real.
I asked what causes lightning, and Kyler said the difference in electrons between the sky and the ground. That's true. It's just that
I thought it was something about, like, the air rubbing against itself.
that's less likely to
And that causes
happen.
spark.
It's more likely the difference in electrons between different bodies of the environment.
Interesting.
Tanner would fail chemistry.
I was in AP chemistry. I was very good at it.
Next question.
Give us a breaker.
What, give you a breaker? What do you? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is the most contributing factor to heat? Nico?
The sun.
Makes
I want
sense
to
to me.
give you the point just for.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's true.
Give him the
I'll
point.
give you the point. I actually am looking for a different
What do you
answer,
mean
though.
you'll give the point?
I'm looking for a different
core
answer.
Of the Earth.
No, unfortunately not. Kyler?
Humidity?
There we go.
Huh?
The
Yeah.
humidity.
That's why heat in Arizona doesn't suck as much as heat in Florida. Or, like,
Yeah.
Missouri or something.
Yeah, but that's not creating the heat.
Yeah,
But
but
it
I
makes
said the
the
contributing
heat.
factor to heat. Because humidity insulates heat.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
It makes
Talking about
heat hotter,
geology.
basically.
Yeah, it's why, hot days in Oregon suck because of that. Anyway, moving on. Next question. What is black ice? Tanner. Please don't say some racist shit. I will fucking dock a point.
Maybe I was, huh? What about it's ice that's, like, compacted so much that it just kind of blends into the asphalt, so it looks the same color as it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it just freezes super quick and it's super clear. So you basically just see the pavement, like the asphalt of the road. So the ice looks black, but it's really just clear. It's really dumb description.
It's also ice that doesn't have a father.
Oh, Tanner, you're lucky we're outside the bounds of that question.
Tomorrow's Juneteenth. I can legally be killed.
But today is Father's Day, Tanner. Did you think about that?
It is. It is Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads that listen to us.
Yeah.
Mostly my own, but
Damn. Alright, this is gonna be another group answer here.
okay.
Alright, I will give you guys 15 seconds to answer. What is the highest recorded temperature and what is the lowest recorded temperature? Please make sure you
God.
put an obvious space in between. Hottest first, coldest second, please.
In the coldest.
Hottest and coldest, 5 seconds.
Bro, what the fuck? I don't
3,
even...
2, 1, and time's
Fahrenheit?
up. Yeah, we're in America. What else would we use to measure? Alright, let's see.
How are you gonna judge who's closest?
Whoever gets
numbers?
closest. It's technically two parts of a question. So whoever gets closest to the hottest temperature gets a point. Whoever's closest to coldest gets a point. All right. So we're looking at highest recorded temperature is 134 degrees. So I
God
think
damn.
that's
Dub.
that's
Easy.
Kyler. All right.
34, Jesus.
Yeah. And then you think that's bad? You should see the lowest recorded temperature. Lowest recorded temperature is, and I'll say who's correct just for suspense purposes, is Tanner. However, you are half the recorded temperature. The lowest recorded temperature is negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Where the fuck did they
Dang.
record that?
I don't know, somewhere like Norway or Sweden or some like European.
Okay, so they faked it.
I don't know, maybe.
That's a temperature they made in the lab. I thought we were talking about natural temperatures.
No, it was a storm. I don't remember when it was recorded. It was like a long time ago, though. Alright, this is another group answer. Get your fucking typers ready, boys.
Oh, boy.
Luckily for you, this is just a fucking one answer, so whoever's closest gets it. What is the highest recorded wind speed in miles per hour? Since I feel like the need to, fucking
Dude, fuck
elaborate.
if I know.
Just
what?
give it your... I opened the calculator. You guys probably have like another 8 seconds. Fuck. Oh yeah, okay, that works. Jackson?
Oh, I didn't hear you fucking say we're sending it.
There we go. Yeah, everybody was already posting it.
Bastards.
Alright, so we got Tanner again with the closest answer However, you are also, again, half of the recorded...
Wait, I put more than him.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Damn it.
I had dyslexia there for a second. Yeah, so the highest recorded wind speed is 1,253 miles per hour.
Shut the fuck up. Where was that?
I don't know.
There's a
I
hurricane
guess
or
I probably
something,
should have like put where I found.
Yeah, I'd really like to know the veracity
I
of
looked
this
it up on
information.
Google and some blog told me.
It wasn't a blog. I don't know.
It was a Reddit post. Don't worry, guys.
I would take the time to go find it, but I don't want to because it's gonna take a little bit.
Someone needs to fact check this quiz.
But yeah, that is 200 miles per hour shy of Mach 2, mind you.
Mach 2. So wait, does that mean the wind create a sonic boom?
Yes, it did. Mind you, Mach 1 is 726 miles per hour. Anyway.
I didn't hear
believe
anything
shit at
Tanner
all.
just said.
He's doubting the fact that wind made a sonic boom.
Ah, what a loser.
Last question for this section. How was fog formed? Tanner.
Fog is I know it's when the clouds come down low to the ground. I'm trying to think of what causes the clouds to do that though. It usually only happens in the morning. So it must be. Yeah, I don't have a fucking clue. It's when the
I
clouds
kind
are
of wanted
close to
to
the
stop
ground.
you. So unfortunately, the clouds falling from the sky is a very childish misinterpretation of what happens when fog occurs.
I don't think they fall from the sky. I just think they're low to the ground.
That is also not the case in general.
Is fog not made out of the same substance as clouds?
Not necessarily. It depends on what your definition of that is. Kyler, go ahead and answer.
I think it's when a really cold front comes from the north and just makes all the air kind of like fall down closer. Not like clouds,
Is this a
but
Game
just
of
like,
Thrones reference?
No.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, that's not quite correct either. Nico?
Yeah, it's when, like, you end up in a town and you're being forced to confront your inner demons, and so, like, this big old guy with a weird shape on his head, like, starts creating all this fog to make you, really cloud your judgment and inhibitions.
I don't know what you're referring to, but it's not correct.
Is that
Jackson?
when you kill your family and not yourself, but get saved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly it's when God is punishing somebody.
God damn it. Alright. I think this is the first one in a long time nobody's been able to answer. Fog is formed when the water particulates in the atmosphere at our level are condensed to the point where they are visible, which is why in the morning you see it because it's really cold out and there's
Dude,
nothing
I
to
want to call it technical. Like, that's just what I said in more words.
Well, no, you said the fucking the fucking clouds and the particulates of the clouds fall down. It's just the particulates where you have...
literally listen. You're the one saying fall down. I never said fall down. I'm not saying I think the clouds were up here and they came down here. I think they formed down here.
Yeah,
don't
but
think
you don't
that's
know
how you
how
worded
they
it.
formed. You just said that they
I
do
don't.
form.
You're
down
right.
there.
I did,
I
but
said
I
it
was
was
closer
cold
than
front,
any of
which is
these other
correct.
chuckle fucks.
Listen,
I
do
said,
you
I
want
said
me-
a cold front comes
Do
from
you
the
want
north,
me?
which
Do you
is
want me to
correct.
give you the point, Tanner? Is that going to make you feel better?
No.
All right.
Well, not if you're saying it like that. Now you're just
Glad
being
we-
demeaning to the guy.
Glad we resolved that. All right. Pity question for this section goes to Jackson.
Whoa.
No way.
Jackson, I have the utmost faith in you, mainly because this is something we covered in grade school.
I'm fucked. I don't remember anything from grade school.
Jackson, what is the water cycle?
The water cycle. Oh, baby, right?
Can you
so
explain
we've got,
the steps to me?
Yeah, we've got evaporation, or evaporating waters going into the sky, right? Turning into cute little clouds, right? The cute little clouds are then going to dump the water onto land, which is then going to cause fucking water runoff or something, which is going to make the water go back into the ocean and complete the cycle. I'm probably missing a step here.
You're just missing. You didn't like use technical terms, but you pretty much got it there.
I was trying to be cutesy about it.
No, you're good. I wasn't
He
expecting.
was just
something.
trying to be quirky. He's not like the other girls.
Give you your
True.
bonus points here. You actually explained a step I wasn't expecting, so I'm gonna give you a bonus point for that.
He mentioned runoff.
There
I
we
was
go.
impressed.
Yeah, I know. That's what that was it. Nobody ever guesses transpiration, though.
For real.
Anyway, all right.
And during Pride Month, no less.
I was gonna say that, you piece of shit.
Moving on to our last section here. Volcanoes.
That's
All
cool.
right. Question 41. What are the 3 types of volcanoes? Nico?
Dormant, active, and then you got the funny ones.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Tanner?
Fuck, I want to say it's like cone, caldera, fuck, and, underwater.
You were a little closer than Nico. Unfortunately, that's not what I was looking for.
If no one else gets close enough, I get the point.
Maybe. Jackson?
You guys are all dipshits. The answer is clearly big, medium, and small.
Yep.
Kyler?
I'm gonna go with underwater, not underwater, and that's it. I don't know.
I can't.
In between.
I can't give this to you guys. The 3 types of volcanoes are shield, volcanic cone, and cinder cone.
Oh yeah. There's no way.
What the fuck is a cinder cone?
That's the
cinder-
funny ones.
A cinder cone is what happens when just like those volcanoes can literally form overnight. There was like a story reported in like Mexico where this guy like went out to his garden and it was perfectly fine, went to sleep, went out the next morning and there was just a fucking mountain in his backyard. It was a fucking cinder cone. These things are crazy. They pop up like pimples.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like a
That's the
sinkhole?
most made up bullshit I've ever heard of.
Well, science is crazy
What about-
sometimes, man.
What about the super volcano in that one national park? What kind of volcano is that?
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say considering it's underground. It's probably assumed that it's a volcanic cone. I don't know. I think super volcanoes are quite literally their own type of volcano, so I don't think it's really.
Then you should have given us 4.
Crazy.
These are the 3 most common volcanoes, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Next question, number 42. What is the difference between lava and magma? Jackson, I had such high hopes for you.
I don't know.
Nico.
Magma's underground.
Just for the
Lava's
fact-
not.
I was gonna say, just for the sheer fact of, there was a clear differential there, I'll just give it to you. Yeah, lava is above ground, magma is below ground.
That seems stupid. We should not do that. And I'm sick of this asteroid meteor nonsense, too.
I don't know what you're talking
Right?
about. This isn't a
In
fucking...
this fucking crocodile alligator shit. They're the same thing. Fuck you,
They're
anyone
not.
who says they're not. I'll fucking come to your house and murder you and the rest of your family.
Why does he sound like the fucking bad voice actor for Frieza in Dragon Ball? Anyway. Question
Say
number
something
43.
Frieza would say, Nico.
Call him a monkey.
Yeah, foolish monkeys.
Question number 43.
Give us a breaker.
God damn it. Every time. What is ash and why is it dangerous? Kyler?
Ash is burnt wood that is, burnt, and it's dangerous because it could do damage to your lungs if you inhale it.
Unfortunately, you got the first half of that question wrong, and also the second half is, like, obviously, I can't give that to you. Nico?
Ash is any sort of burned up material that is created from all that bullshit. And yeah, Kyler was pretty much right with the second part as well. But it can also get in your eyes, like irritate that, get up in your nostrils. Really, it getting into your body whatsoever is bad for you.
I guess I should also say at this point, since it's obvious you guys aren't catching on to the theme here, I'm referring to ash in the sense of volcanoes here. So, Tanner, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, the ash that comes out of the volcano, isn't it just like, what,
He doesn't know.
I guess like pulverized rock?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, it's pulverized rock that goes up in the air, and it's bad because, one, it can burn you still because it's still hot.
Yep.
And also it can get in your eyes and your nose and your ears and up your pee hole and in your lungs and all that
Well,
stuff.
I don't know about that part, but yeah. So ash is just razor sharp, ultra lightweight rock. So if you breathe that shit in, it just literally eviscerates your lungs, and you'll just have internal bleeding in your lungs, and you'll die from drowning in your blood.
This is the first question where I legitimately feel like I've learned something.
Whatever that's supposed to mean. Anyway, moving on to the next question. What's
Can't
up, Kyler?
it also cocoon you like in Pompeii? That was ash, right?
I mean, that's also under the assumption that it fucking coats you fast enough and also just bakes you in place. So that, yeah, in that specific scenario, yes. But I think that's the only recorded time it's happened.
Oh, okay. That's neat.
All right, question 44. What is the difference between pumice and scoria? Nico?
Pumice? Ain't that shit you put on
Nico, if you can't answer these questions seriously, I'm gonna have to move on. Kyler, just go, please.
I think pumice was made from lava, and the other's made from magma.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. Tanner, would you like to give it a go?
I think I know what the difference is. Do I have to get it right which name goes to which process?
Preferably yes, but I guess you can just go ahead and...
I want to say pumice is formed when lava meets water, and the other one is formed when lava just not dries up, but
Cools off.
Cools off. There, it cools off on land.
Not quite. Jackson, would you like to give it a go, considering you're our local lava expert?
Yeah, of course. Pumice is a real thing, and scoria is just some fucking ore in modded Terraria.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so scoria is formed by pressurized magma, so it just forms with more, like, gas pockets inside of it.
So it's made out of magma, like I said.
And then pumice is formed from explosive, and it cools it as it flies through the air.
So it's made out of lava, is what you're saying.
I do think you kind of gotta give it to Kyler.
I'm looking more so from, like, the pressurized explosive explanation, not just the fact that it forms from magma or lava.
But that is a difference between how they're made.
Yeah. You might have
Alright,
Every
fine.
difference, just a difference.
Also, scoria and pumice are what are used for fucking skin exfoliation. Which is crazy, because it's also what creates fucking ash, so it's really fucking crazy and dangerous how that works.
Is there not a difference between lava just cooling above ground and cooling with water?
I mean...
Water is obsidian, isn't it?
No,
well, that's in Minecraft.
Obsidian's different. I think I have a question here about that, hold on.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Yeah, actually, that's a question. I'm not going to answer that. Next question, number 45. I don't expect anybody to... If anything at this point... If anything at this point, I expect Kyler to get this.
Okay.
Question 45. What is bohoy hoy and ah? You guys think I'm fucking nuts at this point. Nico, go for it.
Did you say poi poi?
Nico, please take it seriously, or else I'm gonna skip you.
Wait, I'm trying to get this right. Did you say poi poi or ahoy hoy like Tanner said?
Shut the fuck up.
Ahoy hoy or What is it? What are they?
Ahoy hoy?
I don't think he's gonna answer your question.
Tanner,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
trying to get it right. I can't hear what he's saying.
Oh my god, fine, I'll fucking type it. Jesus Christ.
Is it HRP?
What?
I just don't know.
Fucking here. This is what it is. What is this?
What the fuck is that?
Typing it was not gonna
That's
help.
what he's asking you.
Ahoy hoy and aha, what is it? I will skip you if you fucking delay this anymore.
Ahoy hoy.
Alright.
Tanner, please go, so I don't have to endure this anymore.
Well, those are clearly both fucking Hawaiian words.
You're actually not wrong.
I know I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
God,
Please
but
elaborate.
they have something to do with... Are they the name of two volcanoes in Hawaii?
Unfortunately not.
Fuck. Pahoehoe... Well, I know aha, what? Ha-ha?
Literally just... Yeah.
I know that is the Hawaiian cover band for ABBA.
Getting a little away from the topic at hand here.
That's their favorite
Anyway.
sparkling water, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kyler, please go.
Is it the volcanoes that formed Hawaii?
No, it is not, unfortunately. Jackson, our local lava expert, what is Pahoehoe and ah?
Is this a made-up shit you just came up with on the spot?
Unfortunately not, I wish it was.
It might as well have been.
I know.
Is it just the biggest volcanoes in Hawaii?
It is not. Jackson, are you going to give an answer, or is that your answer?
I don't fucking know.
Pahoehoe is loose flowing lava, and ah is thick flowing lava.
Oh, not a shot, dude. Not a shot.
I know which one I am.
Crazy. Question number 46. What is a hotspot? Kyler.
That is when you set up your mobile device to send out Wi-Fi for your friends.
Damn it, I was going to say that.
Damn, I want to say that too.
Get bugged, I win.
Kyler, do you have a geology pertaining answer?
I think a hotspot is where magma is underneath, like a pocket of magma that hasn't come out yet.
Kind of. Not exactly what I'm looking for, though, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. What is the order here? Oh, shit. No, wait. Was Nico before Kyler? I don't remember. Nico, I guess?
What do you mean? You can look at the screen. What do you mean you
Well,
don't
I
remember?
said Kyler, but then I looked up, and there was, like, I don't know. Fucking...
Nico's glory was stolen.
Hey, listen, on my screen it says I'm first, so...
Nico, go ahead.
It's just the fucking underground area that's like hotter than all the surrounding ones in the mantle or some bullshit.
Close. You're close. Unfortunately, still not it. Tanner?
It's when women go through menopause.
Unfortunately, not the answer. Do you have a real answer?
I don't think he does.
No, I got this. It's when a hotspot.
Yes.
Isn't it just like an extra hot place in the volcano?
No, it is not.
Damn.
Jackson, our local lava expert. What is
I was just gonna say it. Is it just the lava in the volcano?
It's not.
It's my
So,
favorite dog.
A hotspot is a point in like the Earth's crust where magma is seeping out, and it's what forms fucking Hawaii and primarily Hawaii, primarily Hawaii at this point.
Damn, I don't think any of us got that shit.
It's so if you look at Hawaii, you know, see how like it's like the smaller islands to the left, and then you got the big island to the right. Like they get bigger as you go. It's because there's a pocket of like magma there that doesn't move, and it constantly spews out magma, and so the crust is constantly moving to the west, which is why those islands are getting smaller. So that spot of magma doesn't move. As usually, what happens is that volcanoes are like a point on top of the crust, and it moves with it.
That makes sense.
Wait, hold on. So doesn't that mean the crust is like moving faster over time?
Moving faster over time? What do you mean?
Because one's bigger than
in order for it to get bigger, the island, it needs to have more magma. And so like, unless the magma is shooting out slower over time, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would mean the crust is actually moving slower at that point. Also, the fact that the islands are slowly eroded in time, and like also the crust just goes further downward.
Wait.
So the big island is the one being made. The smaller islands are the ones that were made. Okay, that makes sense.
So like the actual island of Hawaii, that is where the current hotspot is.
Wait, okay. So is it true that the crust is moving slower over time?
It moves generally in the same speed. It's just like I was saying, like the reason it's the biggest island is because it is currently where the magma hotspot is, and like the islands further to the west are sinking down into the crust again because that's just how subduction shit works, and also erosion.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, if I had a picture of Hawaii,
tell you what,
I'd show
Dylan,
you.
that's the second time I feel like I've actually learned something.
As long as we're learning something, that's all I care about, I think. Question 47. What mountain ranges were once a part of a larger one? Nico?
What mountain ranges?
Yes, there are
The
three.
Rocky Mountains.
No, that's also in the middle of the United States.
Appalachian
You didn't say where they were.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's one of them. Do you have the other ones?
What are those big ones? What are they called?
Yeah, the big ones, you
Yeah,
know.
you know the ones. Not the Yeti's house. It's like the,
Sure.
Ooh.
That's where he lives there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to move on to Tanner here, Nico.
Damn.
You shouldn't have even told us that the Appalachia is part of the correct answer, because I didn't know that shit. But
Well, if you knew
My
that,
God.
if that's the only part you know, I can't expect you to know the other parts.
well, I think the Appalachian mountain range used to be part of the Alpine mountain range.
The Alpine?
That's just wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's
Is
just
it the Cascades?
No,
No,
that's
Cascades
also
are
just
on our
wrong.
coast.
Damn it.
What the fuck?
Do you guys not know where mountain ranges are?
No.
Jackson.
I quit. I give up. It's not worth it.
Kyler.
Yeah, it's Appalachians and the Himalayas.
There we go.
That's what?
Yeah.
They
There
were
used to be one
together and
mountain
then they
range
split
in-
apart. They
Yeah.
used to be Panama, baby.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you don't know anything about geography.
When we were once Pangea, the Appalachians and the Himalayans were once one mountain range, and then they got split up. That's why
That's what the demons want you to believe.
Anyway,
Tanner, your brother's a turbo nerd.
question
Dude, I'm
48.
guessing most of the time.
Tanner, you should tell Scott to
Bullshit.
get outside.
What is a
touch
super
grass.
volcano? Tanner.
It's a really big volcano.
Just for the sake of time, and I don't want to have to go through the painstaking process of explaining this, I'm just going to give it to you.
Dude, that's too
that's
much
fair enough.
volcano.
That's a
they're-
big volcano.
They are very
Are
large.
there how many super volcanoes are there? Is it just the one in Yellowstone?
I think
3.
there's 2 or 3 currently.
Oh,
one in
okay.
Yellowstone. I think there's one somewhere in Europe, I believe. And I think there's
Let's
actually
hope under France.
I think there's another one fucking in Antarctica, I'm pretty sure. Like, oddly enough. Yeah, I have to look it up again, but
That's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sure.
that's what's causing climate change. Has anyone checked in on it recently?
no.
Probably not. I'm certain Russia probably has one. They just don't know it.
Yeah, probably.
And they won't tell us.
Question number 49. There are multiple answers to this, so if you can get at least one of them, I will give you the point. What
Okay.
were the most violent eruptions in history? Tanner.
What wasn't Mount St. Helens eruption one of them?
That is unfortunately not to the scale that I am using currently.
Damn.
Let's see who we got here. Kyler.
Pompeii.
Pompeii. I think isn't that fucking Mount Vesuvius? Is that it?
Yeah, Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, Mount Vesuvius is one of the answers. That is correct.
Let's go.
I was really scared I was about to say an answer and not be the same
Wait, are we
thing.
saying violent in terms of like how many lives it took, or in the like measurable force that was outputted by the volcano?
Measurable force.
How do we know what Vesuvius put out?
Well, the fact
mean,
that it
there's
leveled
research
and
stuff.
killed an entire city would be a start.
Okay.
Mount St. Helens didn't do that. It
Yeah.
leveled it. I'm sure if there was a city right next to Mount St. Helens, it probably would have done it. But it just leveled like 5 miles of forest or some shit.
Okay.
Next question here. Question 50. How do I put a spacer? How is obsidian formed? Nico.
Lava.
I'm gonna, for time purposes, I'm ignoring that. Tanner.
I mean, I don't know if I should take Minecraft at its word is the problem.
No, do not. Minecraft is wrong.
Okay.
Do not.
Obsidian, I think. It's jagged, it's very sharp, it's black. Is it just underground under a ton of pressure and maybe like there needs to be some friction that's like constantly like shaving it up?
No, unfortunately, that is not the case. You were
Damn
kind of
it.
close, but you veered off very quickly. Kyler?
Isn't it just when it cools off underground?
Again,
Like
that's
magma?
close, but not close enough. Jackson, our local magma expert.
Is this when lava cools quickly?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So, obsidian is formed in 2 different ways. It can be formed underground, it can be formed above ground. Regardless, it just cools so incredibly fast, it doesn't have time to get the like impurities, whether it's other minerals or chemicals, out of it. So also that's why it's so super fragile and it's super sharp, just because it doesn't form properly. It's also why it's used for weaponry, because it's just fucking sharp as shit. So, obsidian is by far my favorite. It is one of the only rocks that is considered both a rock and a mineral at the same time. It's super fucking cool. Anyway. Pity question. Final pity question of the quiz.
Whoa.
There's no fucking way. We have another 2-way tie.
That's
Let's
awesome.
go.
Or who are the
I don't
big
think
losers?
I don't think Nico answered a single question.
It's a 2-way. It's Nico is trying his best, man. It's a 2-way tie between Nico and Jackson again. All right. Keep in mind the fact that I said if you type in an answer before the time's up, I will allow the other person to steal it. Well, shit. This actually, I can't. You can't just type the answer. This is gonna be whoever answers first. I'll have both of you try to answer this, and I'll give it to whoever I think deserves it, or both. We'll see. Nico and Jackson, what is an extinct volcano, a dormant volcano, and an active volcano? Nico, give me your explanation first.
An extinct volcano would be Mount Vesuvius. A dormant volcano, or whatever you said, is Mount Hood. And whatever the third one you said is, let's go with Mount St. Helens.
Okay. Jackson, you want to go ahead and give me your definitions of those 3 types of volcanoes?
What he said.
I will not accept that as an answer.
Why not?
What he said, except the active one is Mount Fuji.
It's always snowing on Mount Fuji. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's true.
Fuck it.
Is that so pretty?
I guess I'll just fucking... Whatever. An extinct volcano is a volcano that it can no longer be capable of erupting. A dormant volcano is one that still has magma in its pocket but is not currently erupting. An active volcano is a volcano that's currently spewing like lava, which technically isn't Mount St. Helens or Mount Hood. Mount Hood is also fucking dormant, but...
I got baited by Nico's wrong answer.
Skill issue.
I was not
True.
expecting you guys to give me names of volcanoes, but...
Yeah, you
To
should
be fair,
definitely
you
have
did word it
described
very
what they are.
Yeah,
nebulously.
it definitely sounded like you wanted us to give that.
Either way, I was going
I
to
didn't
accept
find
those
that.
answers regardless, so I think you did well. Just for the fact that you gave me examples, I gave you each the point, and I also felt bad
A
for
single
Jackson.
point.
Yes.
Damn,
Remind me
you
how
are
to do...
fucking stingy with these bonus points. These fucking pity points that trying to catch
Dirty-
people up.
Fucking fine, hold on.
He could give you 5, I'm pretty sure, and he'd still lose.
Shut up. Here. There, I fucking adjusted the points here. Not that it makes a difference. How do you do the spoilers thing again? Is it like the double
It's the
line thing?
double
You
pipe.
can also just
Double-
highlight your text and it'll just pop up a button you can
But is it
click.
double pipe on both sides of the word?
Yes.
Okay.
Just highlight it and fucking click the button.
So I will... Shit. No, maybe I should just DM you guys. I'm not going to trust to do it in the general chat here.
Okay.
So I will message you guys your points.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson. We will be
And
doing
then we
a
just message back to
cheeky-
you how many we're wagering.
cheeky little wager. Yeah, then message back how much you want to wager. PT. Bam. And I don't think I've ever messaged Kyler before, so I gotta do this shit. Message. Boom. There we go. Alright, points are coming in. No way.
God,
People are stressing right now, man. Alright, who just messaged me? Oh, it appeared up there, that's why. Crazy.
was I or was I not right in saying this was going to be our lowest scoring quiz ever?
I don't remember the other quizzes, Tanner, so I cannot accurately say so. It definitely wasn't. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Alright, the points are in, our wagers are in, bets are placed. Alright, boys, it's all come down to this. And thank you for our fellow viewers sitting at home watching this. Without further ado, let's get on to the final question. Now, I ask all of you in imposing, what
Imposing.
is geology? Is it A,
Oh my god.
the study of rocks, B, land surveillance / observation, C, the study of Earth's processes, D, an overarching, all-encompassing study meant for many avenues of careers? You can put your answer in the general chat, Kyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. All right.
I didn't know the last question was going to be this easy.
All right.
Right?
Does everybody have their answers typed in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Jackson.
I clicked the
Close
button.
on his face.
I didn't.
Go on,
He said
just type
C
it
as
in.
well.
You typed it to Nico. All
I
right.
typed it in.
And shockingly,
We're all
even though
wrong.
you guys have been dunking on geology this whole time, you actually got the last question correct.
I mean, easiest question of my life.
Well, you see, Kyler, most people don't know that. Most people like these people just dunk on it and fucking think it's just about rocks. And then you got Tanner here the whole time. I don't think this has anything to do with geology. You're fucking wrong, Tanner. It's the study
I'm
of
right.
Earth's processes. Look up the definition of it.
We did look up the definition, and we decided it meant rocks.
Whatever. You still lose regardless, sir, so fuck you.
I lost?
You lost.
Yeah.
Here is the lineup. I'll go from last place to first place just for more suspense purposes. In last place, we have our fellow Lava Skin, unfortunately.
I'm so shocked by this outcome and so saddened by it as well.
He is our local lava/magma expert, and he couldn't follow through.
How many points did he have?
13 points.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
All right. In third place, shocking to everyone, including me now that I'm looking at it, we have Kyler.
Dude, I thought this question was going to be way harder. I didn't want to bet any of my points.
We got Kyler at 20 points. All right.
Wait a second.
In a whopping second place, we've got Mr. Tanner Nikolai with 22 points.
Tanner only got 11 questions,
points.
right?
No, you do not.
I'd have 27 points.
Why would you have 27 points?
I had 17, I wagered 5, which means I gained 10.
No, you gained 5.
17 plus
You
10.
gained 5.
Yeah, that's
Not
Why
how
would you
wagering
double it?
works.
What do you mean? That's not how that's
You,
double
you,
or
you,
nothing.
either- you either
what you
lose your
wager.
points or you
What?
gain
Tanner,
extra.
you fucking retard. We've done this so many times.
That's how we've
You're
done it every
so
time, Tanner.
stupid.
What you
What
talking
you guys
about?
are saying doesn't make any sense.
We've never
If you
doubled the
wager-
points.
No, hold on.
If you wager 5, you lose 5 if you don't get it, and you gain 5 if you get it.
Yeah.
That's how
Listen, if I had wagered all 17,
Then you gain 17
Then
or
you
lose
gain
17.
17.
then I get 41 points.
No.
Oh, you would have 32 points.
That's also not correct.
And then shocking.
So that's more embarrassing.
Even more shocking to everybody, considering the fact he put the least
is it
amount
possible?
of
How is-
effort into this quiz. We have Nico in first place at 26 points.
God damn
He had
it, dude.
13 points somehow?
Yeah, he bet it all.
Yeah.
What
God damn
fuckery
it,
did you
dude.
do?
What do you mean?
Me?
All I did was bet it.
Yeah, that's all the pity and bonus points.
Yeah.
I bet
This quiz
it all.
fucking sucked. Let's go to Guapish at the movies.
You know what else rocks? Guapish at the movies!
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
All right.
We gotta make this quick. This is already an hour and a half.
Yeah, this was
sir.
fucking. Yeah, let's fucking breeze through this.
Which one do we want to start with?
I don't
First,
fucking
we need to
know.
start with Dylan wrapping up his bullshit.
I gotta wrap up the fucking shit. Let me get my notes so I remember what I did. Oh my god, I wish I had this open already. Fuck me.
We also wish you had open
Damn,
already.
this sucks. Alright. This is like my last one here, so this is gonna be crazy. Unicorn
last two.
Wars. What are you talking about?
You missed the Unicorn Wars and Power Rangers.
I don't know. I watched Unicorn Wars, man. What do you mean? Anyway, I gave Unicorn Wars an A. I thought it was
Okay.
pretty cute. I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. I had to contemplate
Okay.
this one for a little bit. I wasn't going to give it an A initially, but yeah. Moving on to the movies we watched this week.
Hold on, what about Power Rangers?
I forgot Power Rangers. That's what's
We're
saying.
watching. We're moving on to the movie. I
I literally in the general thing said, "Did you finish your last 2 movies?"
Yeah,
And
I
you were
sure
like,
did.
Yeah.
I sure did. We're moving on to the movies this week, though, Tanner. Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
All right, so first up,
Fuck
we're
it.
talking about One Piece because it's still fresh in Tanner's mind.
The One Piece is
I
real!
guess.
Whoa. Yo, boys.
Wait, can we sing songs or do you guys get copyrighted for that?
Dum
Yeah, you
dum.
can
We
sing
have an
a song.
explicit listening policy.
Oh.
Can't believe what that guy said. That's crazy.
Right?
I only have 3 notes
Okay.
on this movie. One, that opening portion looked like fucking Danganronpa. That looks so shitty. It was just like flat PNG characters in a bad 3D environment.
Yeah.
All of the character designs in this are deeply disturbing.
What do you mean by
I
that?
I hate looking at every character, especially the female ones. Nami makes me physically sick to my stomach looking at her.
the
What,
fuck
you
are
don't
you
like
talking
you
about,
don't like
man?
the anorexia style?
Yeah, no, her anatomy is so baffling that it literally causes me to hurt myself in confusion.
What?
And then, lastly, this movie is very slow and fucking boring.
Dude, that's the entire series, you idiot.
Yeah. That's what Nico was generally giving me about One Piece. It's much more entertaining to read the manga than it is to watch the anime.
I mean, there's
This is a
1,000
movie that has
episodes of
nothing to
it,
do with
so.
the anime. So, guys, this
I
one
don't know
watch
if
One
that's true.
Piece. Movie 4. Some bullshit is the title. So, in
Dead
this
end.
film, we follow the Straw Hat crew, Luffy and the rest of the gang, as they try and win a big boat race so they can make big money. That's pretty much it for the most part, though. They fight a big pirate
They don't even
guy.
do much racing.
Yeah.
No, sir.
The racing was in the beginning, Tanner.
There's this big pirate guy who's literally just the exact same as a previous villain that they fought. He's pretty neat, I guess. And then they also have a nice little subplot with an old man and a cool bounty hunter guy. And that's it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any thoughts?
I don't
Dude,
know.
what the fuck's up with like the big boss battle with this movie? There's like no stakes. I felt absolutely nothing watching it, and all the characters are completely indifferent to it happening. Also, the power level is really goofy. That's the first time I've ever seen them. Like, oh, this guy's got a 90 million bounty or whatever it was. This guy must be so powerful. That's a really dumb way of doing it. But obviously, I haven't seen anything
Jax,
about
let me
One
explain that a
Piece.
little bit here for you. The entire idea behind the bounties, it's not like their power, that it can kind of relate to it. However, mainly what the bounty has to do with is how much of a threat that person poses to the world government. So, for example, Nico Robin, who's a member of Luffy's crew, when she was a small child, she had like a crazy high bounty because she has like this knowledge that completely goes against the world government and is like a big danger to them. And so, from a very young age, she's had a very high bounty. That's the whole deal with that shit.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me though, because it was not present in the movie, so I'm not counting this information.
Okay.
How the hell is Luffy a big threat?
Because he's made of gum.
Dude, he punches
So-
so
Gum
good, though.
Well, you see, Luffy is a
He
pirate,
fucks up
Tanner.
government, dude.
So he's like, constantly doing things that go against the world government. Prior to this film, in the story, he took down one of like the big bad fucking warlords, okay, who were like these really strong pirates who were meant to like suppress the lower pirates to keep them down so that they don't grow into massive threats. So like Luffy's able to take down those guys, so he's a big threat to the world government at this point.
You know what
Tanner,
I'm gathering from all
imagine
this?
if Frieza was a government employee. Then
Yeah.
Goku would have a bounty on him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm gathering from all this at this point, though? We definitely probably should have watched the anime before this movie for it to actually make sense, is what I'm gathering.
We should have watched all
You
1,000
should-
episodes
Yes,
to really
sir.
get the picture.
Yep.
I think having to watch something prior to a movie kind of kills the movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was fine not knowing this information before. The fact that I know it now that I'm missing out on shit just makes the movie worse.
I mean, obviously you'd be missing out on stuff, Dylan.
I was perfectly content. Like, this is a race, they're pirates, they're fucking shit up.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that generally, this movie does a fairly decent job at like sort of introducing you to the world of One Piece overall.
I mean, I guess so.
Sure. Anyway,
you're muted,
I'm ready to
Jackson.
rank it, honestly. I don't have many thoughts. I don't think this movie did much at all.
Yeah, it was pretty goofy. The plot was pretty disjointed.
Yeah. All right, I
That's
guess we're
fair for
ranking
the
it.
most part, I'd say. Now, one thing I will mention that kind of stood out to me a little bit was that the main villain of this film felt very similar to how a lot of the villains are in the Dragon Ball movies, where they basically just take like a really popular villain that's currently going on or whatever, and they're like, hey, we like that guy. We're just going to use him again for this movie. We're putting a different clothes on him now.
Make him
Okay.
green.
Exactly. They do
Okay.
that constantly in Dragon Ball as well. It's sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
We were ready for rankings then?
D+. plus.
D
What the
plus.
fuck?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I thought this movie sucked ass, dude.
Jesus.
Nico, can I hear your ranking then?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like a B.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a C minus.
I think it's a
Jesus
fine
Christ.
film.
Did Kyler watch this? Kyler, did you?
No, you didn't.
All right. I'm gonna give this movie a B plus.
Oh.
Bro, what are you guys
I was just
talking-
dude.
Right?
I was just thoroughly entertained with the movie itself. I didn't fucking care about
Dude, I
anything
was
else.
so fucking bored watching this.
I mean, the
Yeah,
pacing
it's
was
because you don't like
Please,
looking at the
please.
characters even.
I think it was above average.
Yeah,
that's
Whatever,
okay.
man. That
Average.
doesn't.
I
That
think
doesn't
this is
matter.
a fairly fine film. Honestly, it gave me a lot of Studio Ghibli vibes watching it, you know?
Shut the fuck up.
What's our,
What rank did it get, Jackson?
Oh golly, let me check. That looks like a C plus.
Damn.
So slightly above average, I guess.
Speaking of C+,
Yeah, speaking of C+, Jurassic Park, guys.
no fucking way you put that in C+.
No, he didn't.
There's no way.
Shut up.
I fucking
Jurassic
love
Park.
this movie.
Yeah, this is, yeah. So, last week was, the, 30th year anniversary of Jurassic Park, which is why I chose it. And also, it just so happens to be my favorite movie of all time.
There we go. This man knows what he's talking about. Woo!
Let me just run through my notes here. I didn't actually take that many, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I think our opening sequence with them putting the raptor in the cage, the raptor?
Yeah, the raptor.
The raptor. In the cage and whatever, I think it's a fantastic opening. It grabs your attention. It says, oh, dude, prepare yourself, something fucked up, and there's dinosaurs, and I think it's just a great way to open a movie and get your attention so that they can then, do the expository parts of the movie that they need to do.
Yeah.
The visuals are starting to show their age.
Now
here
hang
and
on
there.
here just a second,
Yeah.
Tanner. Just a fucking second.
Oh, no.
You gotta go through the plot a little bit here first, Tanner.
Oh, do you want me to? We didn't. Okay, I guess we did do that for the last one. It didn't have a plot.
Exactly.
Damn.
So, opening scene, they're putting a raptor in a cage. It fucks up. Guy gets grabbed. Shoot her! I love that scene.
Forever emblazoned
Then,
in my mind.
Then we're at a mine in Cuba.
So some South American
We're at
country.
some kind of South American dig site where a lawyer shows up. And based on the dialogue, I'm unclear on why the lawyer needed to go to the mine. But anyway,
he's generally checking out the whole process of their whole operation, basically, because he's...
Sure. Anyway, we learn there's this park. The investors are worried about it. They need experts to check it out. They mention Dr. Alan Grant, and they find some amber with a mosquito in it, which will become important later. Mm-hmm. Cut to, we're in the Badlands of Montana, where Dr. Alan Grant has a dig site. They shoot, I'm getting too in the weeds here. They find a velociraptor, they're digging for it. Hammond shows up in his helicopter like, turn the fucking helicopter off, we got sand out here. Hammond is a quirky old man, very congenial and whatever. He's like, hey, I need you and your hot... fucking Dr. Ellie Sattler, that's her name.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I
getting
need
into the
you
weeds,
I need you two to come look at my thing, please, and I'll give you money. And they're like, okay. Also, like, this is a classic, like, women used to look so old. Ellie Sattler is, like, 26 in this movie, I think.
I was about to
there's
say,
no
she's
fucking
hot,
way.
dude. Come on.
She looks like one of my friends' fucking like 50-year-old moms.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's really funny.
They're talking about having kids
Anyway.
and shit. I'm like, girl, you going through menopause already.
Cut to a helicopter.
Yes.
I believe so. We're in a helicopter flying. We're introduced to Ian Malcolm, our quirky little e-boy.
Yeah.
What the fuck
I'm gonna leave his
is he? Why is
description
he
there.
there?
He's a philanthropist.
I think he's just famous, I guess.
I don't remember. Philosopher. That's the word I was looking for, not philanthropist.
No, he's not a philosopher. He's a chaostician or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
I don't think he invented chaos theory. He's just a big name in it for
Nature
whatever
finds
reason.
a way.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, he's Jeff Goldblum. He's very Jeff Goldblum.
He
They
is
land,
Jeff Goldblum.
get in a truck, they're driving around. They're like, what the fuck kind of park is this, John Hammond? And he's like, look over there. And we see kind of a bad dinosaur. We see a long-necked dinosaur. It's all CG. And yeah, that's the point I was bringing up before I start going into the plot here. The CGI visuals are becoming a bit dated. Granted, I've seen worse even today, but you can
Yes.
very much tell it's a fake dinosaur. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's a fake dinosaur. I think the same goes for the Gallimimus. They look pretty rough.
They're better than a lot more puppetry we see going on, though. In my opinion, that's
I
just me.
hard disagree, but we will get there when we get there.
Sure.
Then they show up to the visitor center. They run into the grandkids. Grandpa! Wait, no, they don't. That's later.
That's after the
Forget
tour.
about that. Yeah, they do their little thing explaining how the science of it works. And this isn't in the book. But I thought this is a super creative way of getting the science-y, here's how it happened so you can stop thinking about it bullshit out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying if you guys were like, yeah, I agree.
I also agree. They grounded in reality, which is appreciated for a movie like this.
Yeah, instead of like, this works because we say it does bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's way later. Okay, so, we get the sciencey explanation. All the dinosaurs are girls, so they can't reproduce. Then they're leaving the visitor center. They run into the grandkids. They're like, we're going to give you the tour so you can see it. And, spared no expense. He keeps saying that. That's one of his lines.
I think we hit 10 times.
And he says it many times. They get in these special cars on rails, and they're electric. In 1993? What?
Crazy.
Anyways. They're driving along. They drop by the Dilophosaurus exhibit. There's no Dilophosauruses. They're all sleeping. Damn it. Fucking Christ, where are our dinosaurs? Stop by the Tyrannosaurus. They are like, hey, let's put a goat out there. Maybe he'll eat the goat. Nothing happens. They move on. And then they fucking jump out of the car after a small explanation of what chaos theory is. And they're like, look, it's a sick Triceratops. Now, I disagree, Dylan. I think the puppetry looks fucking great. This fake-ass Triceratops looked awesome.
That's what I was saying. Dylan, during that scene, was talking about, that looks like garbage. I was like, what are you talking about? That thing looks great.
What?
With its eyeball that moves around and it's got the eye boogers and everything,
No,
what looks bad about it?
Nico's fucking capping right now.
Oh.
That's not true.
Anyway, enough with the gaslighting. Continue, Tanner.
Anyway, they have a moment with this dinosaur. It's very cute. It like spooks Lex, the girl. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't like the dinosaurs because I'm a female. Then Ellie Sattler is like, what the fuck? Why is it sick? I'm gonna figure this out. And then we get a great, Jeff Goldblum line where that's one big pile of shit. And it's very funny that this is in 1993 because if this were in a movie today, we'd be like, okay, they put that in the movie because they want people to make memes out of it. But no, memes didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what point I'm making with that. But then there's a hurricane coming. And they get back in the cars to head back. And, I missed the scene where we are introduced to Dennis Nedry, the, programmer, the system administrator of the whole park. They've got one guy to do it,
he's a
I
fucking
guess.
hacker, dude.
And that's him. And Jackson, do you feel seen by Dennis Nedry?
No.
Okay. Anyway, he meets with Dodson. He's like, hey, you're gonna steal the fucking embryos, but for some reason the embryos look like little vials of green liquid. I didn't quite understand that. But alas, Dennis springs his plan into action where he's gonna shut down the park, steal the embryos, get in the ship, and sail off to fame and fortune, but not fame, only fortune. Anyway, he just so happens to shut them down while they're outside the Tyrannosaurus pit, and they're like, huh? Damn, I guess we'll just sit here. And then, eventually they're like, fuck, he shut off the electric gates. Why would he do that? And Dennis, he's getting away. T-Rex, boom, escapes from the thing. Our first big action moment with the T-Rex. It's roaring. The lawyer runs into the bathroom. It's putting the thing around. I think the T-Rex, even when it's CG, looks very good pretty consistently throughout the movie. And I think this whole scene is fucking great. A particular shot I love that I thought was very creative of them was when it's with the sky roof, I guess, is what they'd be called. And they're looking at the T-Rex up there, and it comes down, and we have that shot where we're seeing from the back seat of the car, and they're like trying to hold the glass up as it's trying to get at them.
Yeah.
That shit was cool as fuck. Yeah. Rex looks good.
Either way, I definitely think you're going into significantly too much detail here. You can definitely trim this down a lot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes and we're only halfway through the movie. Okay,
you're right. Rex attacks. Ian Malcolm gets knocked out. It eats the lawyer. Fun. Cool. Alan Grant saves a girl. Kid putting tree. He saves the kid. They are now trapped in the park and have to go do something. At some point, Ellie Sattler and Muldoon, I think, was with her. They manage to retrieve Malcolm. They go back to the visitor center. They're chased by the Rex, and it's like, wow. And then Grant and the kids are now just in the park, and they're like, fuck. And so they set out to get back to the visitor center.
Yeah.
All the while, Malcolm, Hammond, Sattler, and Samuel L. Jackson, whose name I don't remember the character name of, they are trying to figure out how do we get the park back online. In the meantime, Dennis Nedry is killed by a Dilophosaurus. It is a very funny scene, and we're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, basically.
That fat piece of shit. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, the kids and Grant, they're having bonding time. They're having fun little moments. They happen across a Gallimimus herd that's running, and there's a T-Rex. For the most part, they're pretty good. They're going back. There's a scene where, like, they're climbing an electric fence. Meanwhile, Ellie Sattler, they figure out, okay, if we just shut the whole thing down, bring it back on, turn the power back on, we'll be golden. And so they send the guy, Samuel L. Jackson, out to do it. It doesn't happen. They're like, well. So they send Ellie Sattler out with Muldoon because the Raptors had gotten out at some point. Oh, because they shut it down. They're like, fuck, the Raptors are out. So they go out. They're going to the power station. They're like, fuck. Muldoon's like, fuck. The Raptors are fucking watching us. I'm gonna kill them. Run. Action. She's running. The shaky monster cam is chasing her, and then she makes it into the power station. Turns the power on, has a jump scare with Jackson's arm. Raptor is chasing her. She gets out. Muldoon is killed. When she turns the power on, the kid gets fucking zapped. They all make it back to the visitor center. The kids have our next, I'd say, big action scene where the Raptor's in the kitchen with the kids. It's very cool, very suspenseful, very, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna see these kids get their entrails devoured? No, because this is a Steven Spielberg movie. Anyway, and then we have, sort of a showdown where it's like, Grant, Sattler, and the kids against the Raptors, and we're like, oh no, they're fucked. And then somehow the T-Rex sneaks up on them and eats the Raptor, and they're fighting, and they run out, and they all get in the helicopter, and they fly off. The end. Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed
not
something.
at all. You didn't miss a single
you
detail.
for sure did
pretty much
not.
all the detail we could ever need for this film, Tanner. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think the shut the fuck up.
There was one.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it.
I definitely think the visuals for this film have really stood the test of time overall for the most part. There are a few scenes here and there where it's like, ooh, that's a little, oh, yikes. However, for the
That's
most
a
part,
CG dinosaur.
I think it looks pretty great, especially them big old puppets, you know. However, there's one thing I really want to talk about here with this film. Now, you see, it's constantly touted. The thing they constantly talk about in this movie is like, hey, man, you gotta be careful with nature. It's not something you can just play around with, you know? Like, it always finds a way, doesn't it? It's always able to figure shit out. You can't contain it. But it doesn't, okay? That's not how the hijinks ensue in this film. It's just some fat piece of shit who does it, okay? He's the reason everything goes to fucking Kingdom Come, you know? It's his fault. It's not them.
They do also show that they did figure out how to fucking breed with just the females too, which so it could have expanded into a bigger problem if left untouched without that guy.
That's not the core of the conflict of the movie where it all stems from.
Nico, they can open doors, so...
I think that's more of like the aspect of people are trying to like the movie's trying to angle that to like blow that off as like bullshit. I guess they're just trying to get them to be like, yeah, whatever, fucking nature finds a way. That's some bullshit. Who cares, kind of thing. Because that's how I feel. Like, not that I think it's a poor spot of the movie, but like whenever I watch this movie, I always blow it off as some kind of bullshit, and it ends up working out in the end. So I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure, Nico, that's why they introduced the whole chaos theory thing. I don't think they're saying. Like, I think they're saying nature is in, like, kind of all of existence.
Yeah, nature is humans as
and
well.
And so Dennis's whole thing, like counts in their calculus.
He is nature. His greed
fucked
everything over.
Yeah, I'm saying, they're It's just saying it's inevitable that there be some scenario that would cause this to go wrong, regardless of like what that scenario specifically is.
Yeah.
Well, then I think that's just fucking
things
bullshit,
change.
dude. That's
The
stupid.
greed of human nature caused the death of all these people.
That's like humanity's fault then. That's not
That's
nature.
still nature, though. That's still nature. People are part of nature.
Humans start pardoning, yeah.
When you're talking about like a fucking human versus nature dynamic, you're not equating like the fucking mean streets of LA to that. If
Wait,
that's
when did this become humans versus nature, though?
What the fuck are you talking about? It's the
The
entire
dinosaurs
thing
are trying to
is down.
kill people.
He just said nature finds a way. What does it have to do with humans versus nature?
Yeah, you're right, Dylan. I don't know what that could have anything to do with it.
Anyway,
Some funny
regardless, I
stuff.
think we should just move on to the rankings unless anybody else something
Hold
else.
on, I got
Right.
one last.
Goddamn.
I got
Jurassic
one
Park,
last
Dylan. There's so
thing.
much more that could be said.
I agree with everything Tanner said so far, so I don't really
Of
have
course
anything
you
to
would.
contribute to this. What do you mean, of course I would? I fucking love this movie. Fuck off.
Exactly.
Everyone loves
That
this
has nothing
movie.
to do
Anyway,
with Tanner saying it.
both of you shut up. I'm done with this argument. I thought it was very funny. Obviously they did this for visual reasons, but I find it hilarious that the entire park's infrastructure is run on this super clunky and just bad GUI instead of just like fucking program menus or some shit.
Yeah, I made a joke about that as well. Like, why the fuck you had to go and navigate some 3D space and click on shit, zoom into like the specifics of it? Makes no sense. Just make it like a list of buttons.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
I would imagine. I'm hoping at least
It's advanced technology.
that I'm going under the bit that they're obviously throughout this entire movie they're trying to show that the park staff is like totally incompetent in a lot of ways. Things are totally just failing constantly. They made like a huge effort to show this, and I'm going under the assumption that was part of it. This is like some super obtuse system for no fucking reason, just because it's some super obtuse system, or maybe they're just trying to be like, this is some scientific shit.
Yeah, I think the latter is probably what they were going for.
I do think it was just for the audience watching the movie. We're like, well, they're gonna be bored if they're watching the girl just go through fucking like
Lines of code.
the
Yeah.
command prompt. So they had to make a visual thing for it.
Plus, it's more believable for her to know what a fucking 3D rendered fucking navigation shit for computer is rather than looking at lines of code that's...
What are you talking about, man? She's a hacker.
Yeah, I was about to
She
say,
said so herself.
I don't know. I think it's
Dylan,
more realistic
don't
to
you
the...
remember? She's
guys
a
aren't-
hacker.
You guys
Anyway.
aren't thinking of the long term. How are they going to hire high teenagers to work all their minimum wage jobs if it's coding? Come on.
Hey, that's in
That's
the
fair enough.
sequels,
Simple
man. You calm
picture.
down.
I thought it was pretty funny though when they're like, so how are you gonna fix this bug? And it's like, oh yeah, man, I gotta go and look through like all 3 million lines of code or something in this whole system. Like, dipshit, what do you fucking mean you gotta go look through the entire code base? That's stupid as fuck. This guy's no idea what he's talking about.
Is that guy a programmer too?
I assume he's doing all the programming for the whole system and then also like administering it. That's what it seemed like he was doing.
Yeah.
Who's your guys' favorite character in this movie?
Gosh, I don't know,
The
man. I
T-Rex.
don't really have a favorite.
I like the clever girl.
Yeah, I like her too.
My favorite is Muldoon.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
think he's
cool.
badass.
I think he's pretty cool.
What I like about him is he acts as kind of a foil to Hammond, where like Hammond is obvious. His fatal flaw is that he's super overconfident, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this whole thing under control," but he's very ignorant of what the actual danger is here.
Yeah.
Muldoon is kind of different because we're like his downfall is also arrogance, but he is fully aware of how dangerous the situation is.
Yeah,
So it's like his own personal overconfidence that does him in.
I guess so.
At the
or
end of the day,
overconfidence, rather.
I think it's trying to illustrate no human is capable of taking on a dino.
I would.
That's
yeah, I
cap.
wouldn't say so.
True. I don't think I can take on a velociraptor.
Yeah,
Except for Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
give me a Hellstorm missile and
And a way to fire it.
Yeah, you know, I can't believe that none of these people just thought to put their hands up in front of the velociraptors, and that's supposed to stop it, you know?
exactly. That's how
I have reasons. Anyway.
It's foolproof.
Yeah.
Is that what happens in the fucking later ones? I feel like I saw that in a trailer or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For
Okay.
some reason, they put it in the first Jurassic World, and then for some reason, with all the sequels, we're like, well, that's a staple of the fucking series now. We gotta have everyone do that at every possible
Do
opportunity.
you know how much that got fucking memed, Tanner? That shit was crazy. Anyway.
Anyways.
They should have
Does anyone
more
else
people
have any
climbing-
favorite characters?
No.
They should have more climbing into tree scenes because that worked really well.
I guess so.
True.
We ranking?
You know, Dylan loves Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's a pretty cool guy. I think he's very charismatic.
I think he's getting a little too high for his britches, you know?
Yeah, Ian Malcolm's actually probably my favorite character.
Okay.
That's about it. Jackson, what do you rank this movie?
I'm gonna give it an A+.
Let's go.
That's significantly
I thought
higher
it
than I expect you to give it.
I thought it was pretty fucking good. I thought it was really enjoyable. I thought the setup for the actual plot itself was pretty good. It was really well thought out, I thought, and I think they really stuck to their theme of, you know, showing that this park is pretty incompetent. They have the fucking owner that's really overconfident about everything. I think they stuck to that really well. I think honestly the CG looked pretty bad, but the practical effects were pretty fucking good, especially for its time.
The Dilophosaurus looks really fucking good.
I agree, and I was never really bored throughout the entire movie. Honestly, I was pretty engaged throughout most of it. There was some stupid stuff that happened, obviously, but you know, I thought for the most part it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Tanner, how about you, man?
I'm giving it an S+.
Of course,
No
you
fucking
Shocking.
way. There's no way.
Dylan, how
Nico?
about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Tanner, give me a high five, brother, because I'm also giving this movie an S+. Yeah, buddy! Let's hear it, Nico. Let's hear it.
Unfortunately, I
break
don't
our
believe I'm
hearts.
going to be able to get out of S here.
Damn.
Because, like, you know, like, it's a good movie and all. I just don't see why it's really stood the test of time as much as it had. I mean, like, I can get why it stood the test of time. I just don't think it's that amazing, okay? I think it's like an A-.
I'm
Hating
surprised
I mean,
you
it
kept
being
it
an
in
A
the
tier is
A's
still
at
pretty
least.
good.
I think the fact that it wasn't like the CGI and the puppetry wasn't terrible even to this day after 30 years says a lot about the movie.
Yeah, I think it's funny that some of the CG is like literally better than some shit we see today. Like, I would argue that some of the CG was better than the shit we saw in the fucking Mist. And that, honestly, that wasn't like a modern movie, but still.
Yeah.
I think all the CGI is better than what we see in The Mist.
I don't know how to gauge CGI still, so...
Regardless, that does in fact put it at an S tier at a solid
Let's go.
S minus.
Damn it, that was gonna be one of my picks too, and I would have had my first S tier movie. This is bullshit.
Rip.
Damn
Instead,
it, Tanner.
I got my first S tier movie.
Fuck you, Tanner. That was supposed to be my golden ticket. Anyway.
Is that even true? I think
don't
that's
know.
actually true.
I
I think
would've
every
picked this
movie I picked has landed in S tier, actually.
No fucking
Oh.
way.
That's crazy.
Anyway, moving on to our next movie. Who could best explain this in the quickest amount of time?
Kyle.
guess-
Boys will be
Nico, you do it.
boys.
Go for it, Nico.
Actually, that's a pretty good explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah,
Wait,
so...
what's the movie?
All right, check it out, Kyler.
Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me, the Stephen King film. Stand By Me is a story about a group of young misunderstood boys, okay? They're a bit of
Are
hooligans.
they misunderstood?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They're misunderstood about, you know, the higher powers that be. So,
I guess so.
these boys, it's the summertime. They're getting ready to go into middle school here very soon.
And you know what that means.
Yeah, you know what that means, guys. They want to go find a dead body. So that's pretty much the whole movie. They're trekking down the old railroad, hunting down a dead body. All the while, a group of older teen hooligans are trying to get to that body as well, and they're out for blood.
Yeah.
There ain't much more to it than that. They kind of just walk around, they vibe, they talk
go through
about their
trials and
feelings,
tribulations.
you know, about their horrible, fucked up lives that they have to endure. So much assault, you know, just so much abuse in their homes. But at the end of the day, while they may not all walk away as friends for the future, at least they got these memories of what it was like being a kid with all your best boys.
And that's, you know, that's obviously the point of this whole movie, and I think they just pull it off great of, like, this movie is a great representation of what male friendships are like,
Yes, sir.
honestly. I got the warm fuzzies watching this. I'm like, man, I remember being a kid and having friends.
Right.
As opposed to being an adult and having friends.
Yeah.
Well, wait. How many times does one of them tell the other to kill himself?
I think
it happened like 3 times.
I feel
then it's
feel
accurate
like
for sure.
it gets pretty damn close to that.
Yeah.
I think
better
it's
be.
about 3 times sounds about correct.
All right. Well, then, yeah, it's the most realistic movie I've ever heard about.
Yeah. I mean, overall for me, this movie was kind of boring. I don't know. It reminded me of a simpler time. I definitely think back on like these times of like if I was a kid, would I want to be a kid in this time period? And I think generally overall, I think being a kid in this timeline is pretty good. So I think generally this, I don't know. I think if a older film could stick to like what realistically would happen in that time period was pretty good. I like the ending where they're like, we didn't really take care of like turn in the body or anything. We just kind of let it. Like, I think they let it float down the river or something. Is that what ended up happening?
The real dead body was the friends we made along the way.
Yes,
something like that. And I like how, at the end they're like, yeah, we didn't stay friends. We kind of split up. Just me and this other guy kind of stayed friends, and we went through college. And then surprise,
man. That fucking line in there where he said that, me and those other two guys, we kind of pretty quickly just became more faces in the hallways. Like, that's so fucking relatable, dude.
Yeah. And then, like, he kind of, like, leads it all off to, like, oh, and then this guy ends up getting stabbed in the throat for trying to break up a conflict in, like, a fucking McDonald's or whatever the hell he said. Which I thought was a really heartbreaking moment in the whole film. But I think it was a resolve to be like, hey, we all got friends. They're all in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. They'll come and go, kind of thing. And sometimes they go out of our own control. And sometimes you gotta enjoy the friendships you have while you got them. So the pacing of this movie was kind of slow, but it was a pretty down to earth, enjoyable movie, I guess I would say.
Nico, did it get you to laugh at any point?
Did it get me to laugh? I don't remember if it did or not.
I don't remember him laughing at all.
Did you laugh at the dog gag?
I did enjoy that, yeah.
It was slightly entertaining. The dog was fucking harmless, though. I thought that was adorable. How they're like, oh, this dog wasn't crazy. He's just fucking a puppy or something.
Yeah, that's the gag.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about? I thought you were talking about, like, what Goofy is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, those
are the exact kind of conversations we were having at, like, fucking 12.
Exactly.
Can we just also acknowledge for a second the fact that this kid walked into a grocery store with, like, I don't know, like $3.27 or whatever the hell he had, and bought, like, drinks for everybody and snacks for, like, 2 or 3 days? And how wild fucking economy is. This is fucking nuts. You can't even...
Take me back.
Yeah, fucking, you could pay like 50 cents for a candy bar when I was a kid. This is still when I was a kid. And nowadays it's fucking $1.79. What the fuck is that bullshit?
Yeah, I'm so glad to be alive in this generation.
There were simpler
Don't
times
worry.
back
Maybe
then.
it'll crash down around us and we'll be able to build back up out of the rubble.
Yes,
Yeah, as long as old people that have to take memory meds stop running our government, then I think we could replace them with someone who uses their brain on a daily basis.
Don't worry, Kyler. It's like everybody always says, there's no country for old people.
Jackson, how'd you feel about this movie?
That's fair.
I thought it was pretty boring a lot of the time, but it definitely, again, like Dylan said, it brought me back to older time, or younger times, I should say. Yeah. Not specifically because I related too much, but mostly just like watching it, just like it just seemed. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, man. I'm totally going off in some random bullshit here. I thought it was alright.
It triggered an
It was
innocence.
kind of boring. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're ready for rankings?
Oh, golly. This movie has Will Wheaton in it, guys. He's known for his Star Trek fame.
I still don't know who that is.
What does that turn into in a ranking?
I don't know, like an A-, I think.
Huh.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
interesting. Jackson, what are you giving it?
I'm just giving it like a B.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Dylan?
I was gonna give it a C+, but I contemplated on it a little more. I think I'm gonna bump it up to a B-.
Okay. That's crazy. I'm giving it an S-.
Oh.
We all took it very differently, as it turns out. Honestly, I think one of the things that annoyed me the most about this movie, and it's not even necessarily, I mean, this is probably what they were going for, but it just felt like something bad was going to happen the entire movie, and I kept getting blue ball because of it. Like, I thought somebody was going to fucking die. Like, I thought the kid was going to get ran over by the train when he hopped on the tracks to play chicken. Yeah. Something, the gun constantly they were alluding to something bad happening with it because they had, like, no gun safety at all. But nothing bad ever really happened. Obviously, the guy got stabbed at the fucking neck later on, but that happened off screen, so who cares?
Yeah.
Happened in a recap, who fucking
That's
cares?
the second movie in a row where where a main character gets stabbed off screen.
Yeah. Well, They just basically instilled a constant sense of dread, I guess, is what you're trying to say there, Jackson.
It's mostly that they're just constantly showing things that could, assume danger, especially because it's just what the kids like walking around in the wilderness, basically, for most of it. So you could even assume that something bad will happen just in the nature of them doing that by itself. But there's also the other things about them just being like, unsafe, like trespassing on private property, having a fucking gun and not knowing how to use it properly. Literally a gang of dudes having the same idea as them, and them wanting to be the guys that beat them to it. They're constantly showing these things, the train scenes, that the boys are in danger, and I figured that was gonna lead up to something, but it never did. So it kind of blue-balled me. But maybe that's like the movie trying to like show something. I don't know. It's supposed to be some metaphorical shit. It didn't land with me.
Well, I think keeping people in a constant state of suspense is the best way to keep their attention sometimes.
Now when you blue ball them in the end.
It's not supposed to be a horror film, dude. Or a scary
where
movie
did this movie land?
My browser closed. It put it at an A-.
Okay, I'll take it.
Respectable.
That's fine. I didn't think it was a bad movie, but I didn't think it was a great movie. It was my big thing.
I think this is the best Stephen King movie we've seen so far.
I don't know how many Stephen King
movies that's
we
true.
watched. All right, I think it's me, Jackson, and Patreon. Well, it's always a Patreon, but me and Jackson this week. Jackson, what are you picking this week?
I'm going with an easy choice. Evangelion 1.0. You are in parentheses, not out of parentheses, alone.
There we go.
Okay, I'm making you write that one down.
Oh no, that's another anime movie. I, on the other hand, am gonna follow my own policy of movie picking, and I'm gonna choose Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World.
This is the bad one.
Fun fact about this, I thought the third movie was the second one until Nico's aunt pointed out to me, like, there was a movie on at daycare, and I was like, oh, they came out with another Jurassic Park movie. She's like, this is the second one. I was like, no, this other one's the second one. She's like, no, this is the second one. I was like, what? So I lived for like 5 years not knowing Lost World was the second movie.
This one's going to be hard for me to rank, to be honest, but I'll get into that when we review it.
I was about to say, I don't know what you mean by that.
It might have something to do with me just saying this is the bad one.
Anyways, let's get on to our Patreon pick of the week here. Once again, hoping the bot doesn't crash on us when I roll.
Did it crash last time?
Yeah, it crashed the first time. Looking like we're getting Heathers, the 1988 film Heathers by
another
Tutbot.
Tutbot. What
Holy
the fuck?
Shit. This is crazy.
Two in a
That
row.
lucky son of a gun.
Favorites, man.
You can tell I haven't implemented the fair system yet because I'm lazy.
I could contribute, but I haven't. I apologize.
Well, hot damn. Sounds like we got quite the
What the
smorgasbord here.
fuck is Heathers?
You've never heard of Heathers?
I haven't heard of
Literally
it either.
No.
Yeah, no.
I think we should just do the outro now.
Okay.
I guess I gotta do it since I hosted. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in to Guapish at the Movies and also our Geology quiz. Don't forget to join our Patreon. It's just $1 a month, guys. That's crazy. You know what that gets you? It gets you 500 slime coins. It gets you exclusive access to our Discord, where you're able to suggest movies and topics that we either get to talk about or we get to watch. On top of we read your names out at the end of every episode, just like I'm about to do as soon as the list is made obvious to me.
I'm sorry.
I'm really trying to kill time here.
Tell them about something else, I guess.
You can find us on Rumble. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on, God, I don't know how many platforms we're on now. We're on so many platforms. Nico, do you know how many platforms we're on?
Like 80.
There we go. You can find us everywhere. So you'll never miss out on our content. Oh, one thing I forgot. You get access to the pre- and post-squab if you're a Patreon subscriber. I'm gonna name some of the people I can remember off the top of my head. We've got Lava Skin, Tutbot, Lucas Ladette, Top Ramen Man. Man, this is really hard trying to remember everybody. I'm gonna try to find the old list here. I know we've got Jacob Edwards is another one. And I think I'm missing like one or two more. I apologize. I do not have your guys' names memorized yet. God, why do we have to do a quiz? This is painful.
Hold on. I gotta just pull up the old one. My login is being weird.
We should really just fucking pin this to the general chat.
Dude, how many episodes is this in, and you guys don't have this down yet?
I don't do the. Here
It's
it is.
because
I
I
found the list.
change. I mean, it's because one of them changes their name every.
We've got Joshua
week.
Bean.
Joshua Bean.
Happy Pride Month, faggots. And Hunter. And
There you go.
that is the old list. If there's a new list and I got your name wrong
Yeah,
or I'm
that's
missing
everyone.
it, there we go. All right, I'm ending the episode here. All the awkwardness aside, bye.
Bye.